Everyone, welcome to session 21 of Blood and Shackles. Last time, 2 weeks ago, not that long ago, the party were much further down the river, actually, all the way back down at the edge of the Screaming Jungle and the small encampment of the Nizori clan, where they had just recovered well, they hadn't even recovered, actually, at the beginning of which they had defeated the Harpies and were getting ready to climb up the tree to draw what you later found out to be an Elder Seed, a special, seed containing a lot of primal power. You climbed up there quite, easily.
That shit.
You should have eaten that shit, yeah. You had some excellent climbers, some nice climbing gear, and you made your way up and down relatively straightforward with only one or two minor falls. And yeah, you headed back to the town. Yeah, you gave it back, and then you had a little discussion with Zola, I believe her name was, the chieftain, clan leader, whatever you would call her, the elder, whatever you think she would go by, of the encampment. And yeah, you discuss a little bit about, again, about what would happen with the Rouge, like who would come, and it seemed in the end, despite some awkward words from Crystal at one point, which kind of made her doubt the whole situation, she basically agreed that, to allow the passage of some small boats and, see if perhaps it can help her village as well as help you. And with that deal made, you then, the next morning, had a ritual performed where the town people basically rose up the water at the bottom of the waterfall and raised your boat with it to let you continue on your journey up the river, the Corville River. And yeah, you went far and far and far. I believe in total, in the whole of last session, almost a month passed. I know it's crazy to think, but it is now the 20th of Abadius, or January for you from the real world. Yeah, and it was the 25th of December when you left their encampment. So you basically passed over into the new year, and maybe you had, a few glass of champagne that Cooper had hidden away, just for this occasion he bought secretly in town. And yeah, you passed on over into New Year. You had a minor encounter on the river of a big crocodile with some young, but you basically just sped past while they kind of whacked the ship a little bit with their tail. No money once again that this boat probably isn't tough enough for such long voyages as this. And yeah, went more and more upriver to eventually upon a ruins of an old city called Rasdell. Won't go too much in details, but it seems it was once upon a fairly powerful city that was at war with a neighbor. And part of this war, they used demons. It seems to almost aid their battle and aid their armies or whatever. You're not exactly sure. And it seems that the descendants today who live there, while very few in number, at least still keep some sort of worship or practice towards these demon lords. One in particular known as Abraxas. And yeah, you basically had a fine stay. There was no aggression between either of you. You just learned what they were and decided this wasn't something you were really interested in staying longer and finding out more about it. What's that?
I'll do a quick BRB and I'll look to outside looks sus. I'm gonna put the car under something solid.
Good idea.
Outside it looks sus.
BRB.
Alrighty.
And he
sure
is
it's
such a
all
strange
fine.
life.
I didn't even get the car outside. Looks sus. Anyway, but yeah, you left the strange demon worshipping city and came on north and then eventually east towards the mountain range, towards your final destination of Alkenstar. You eventually made it to the point where the river. I showed you a picture and I can show it again, but it isn't quite like this. It's just in some ways give some sort of the idea of the train you see in front of you. But the river is, it beginning to die out. It gets too small and too shallow, to support the boat. And you see in front of you basically the mountain range. There is a valley that goes up, but you do see at a certain point it looks like you will need to basically find a way to cross over, a small amount of mountain. It looks like, and maybe not a lot, but maybe a day or two of a journey up through mountain passes. At least for now, however, there does seem to be somewhat of a route. It's not like there's no sort of a trail for you to follow. There is a kind of just a dirt kind of track, I guess. Looks like you probably could take something like a cart or carriage on this, but obviously not a boat.
So Mount Pass pretty steep then, if I had to guess.
Yeah, like for now, obviously, like the boat, where you get on the boat for now is still quite an open valley and still there, but you do see it in front of you, like as you look off, like maybe 5 or something miles into the distance, it certainly looks to be getting quite steep, and you probably will have quite a decent chunk of elevation to have to go up to make it to the other side, at least from your original kind of start it. I also want to share just a little bit, because I finally made up a name of the person you were going to, who was your point of contact in the manor waste. It was a individual by the name of Emmett Ironwood.
Good old Emmett.
Good old Emmett. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you are now at the foot of basically this mountain valley.
Okay, we're gonna be like studying the pass in front of us. I'll say, could be problem. Larger supplies. Transport. Need a road.
Yeah, it's tough to say. Like from this point here, you think it was always going to be, when you discuss it with the captain, right? It was always going to be, quite a small trade route for, like kind of exotic supplies or stuff, which didn't take up too much space. And here you would think maybe you would be able to take, like a carriage or, like obviously, like wagons or caravans that you use to support goods. So at least for now, you wouldn't better take giant lorries or whatever on it. But
yeah,
it really depends, I guess, how bad it goes ahead.
I guess I'll follow Nate's lead.
Yeah, you just stride off the boat, Nate. You're drawing some weird squares on the map. I see how it is.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do?
Figure out how far it is.
I mean, your map isn't perfect, but maybe about from your map, assuming you think you're not quite as far in the into maybe you're maybe a teeny bit further back than the boat is. But, you're kind of at the base of the mountain, so maybe maybe I'll move it a little bit just to kind of move just a touch. Maybe more back up here. So you're more at the base of this pass, and then maybe around 60 miles, 65, something like that. I don't know what. If you want to know roughly how many days a trek it would be, it would be based on your speed, and obviously depending on the road quality, that can also slow it down. You can have some certain penalties for speed and everything. But I don't know.
There
guess
isn't a visible road, right?
There's a dirt track for now that seems at least
okay.
to be kind of going roughly in the direction of there. You're not sure if it's maybe something animals just use, if things with trout crossing over the mountains, depending on the time of the year. But you think you probably could take a wagon or a caravan on it, probably be a bit of a bumpy ride. But for now, at least, you could probably.
Do we have one of those?
No, it's just for relevance, between if they were setting up a trade route or
Sure.
for instance. And so, Nate, so you have 20 feet. Yeah, true. You could. Yeah, it's also true. You could make one.
I could
not our job.
take the armor off.
Yeah, so if you took the armor off, then you would be going at 25 speed. Of course, yeah. And then that would be just so you know roughly how long this stuff takes. If you have 25 feet, you can go about 20 miles a day. This would be on a straight road, so probably over climbing mountain pass, it'd probably maybe be more like 10 to 15 miles a day, depending on the day itself. But it would take you. I mean, in tune to also finding a path going on, you think probably the journey 5 or something days would maybe be a safe estimate or something. If you probably if you were packing supplies, you'd probably want to pack even more, right? To try to in case you got lost or in case the weather got quite bad. I mean, you can see even this area of Mangi, these are some tall mountains. Even at the top, you do see a bit of a snow-covered peaks. But hopefully, you think you wouldn't really need to go that high.
I'll kind of discreetly ask the rest, do we take Cooper? He might die otherwise.
I don't think he has much choice. He can't just sit here in the boat for months, potentially.
Can't leave him in the boat alone,
Smart. I guess I'll go collect Cooper out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
We're setting off, huh? Looks like a few days ahead.
Long walk.
By the way, what's the surroundings here? Can we safely? What's the word for?
Forage?
Put the boat in a space where
Like certainly, like like basically when you go far enough, like it's not very steep, and like the water gets very shallow. So you could certainly like you think you could have it safe enough that unless of like a bad storm or like bandits or something, then apart from that, it'd probably stay in one place. Like there is there's plenty of like small trees you can like tie the boat to, or like like hammer into the ground some some what's that called, pegs, I don't know. So you're not too worried about that unless someone tries to take it. You don't think it's going
so
anywhere.
strange outside. It's like a line of a cloud that's come like across the sky.
It's aliens. It's aliens.
Thin line.
It's aliens.
It's the end of the world, yeah.
It's aliens.
No, it's gonna be a huge thunderstorm again.
Oh, that'd be cool though. That'd be really cinematic when I can make it rain sounds in game and there's like Tom's rain in the window.
No, I don't think it's gonna be bad. The worst thing's going past me.
Alright, so Cooper's like, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess we should take a lot of action, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And pots
Okay.
and pans, if you can carry.
Yeah, I guess if that's all I'm carrying, it's fine. Someone else can carry the tarpaulin. And yeah,
Well,
he
also
starts,
another one,
packing up, some pans and everything. He can't really carry everyone's ration from those. So if you don't have a ration sheet, you can go into like the boat and like grab some, and we'll just ensure you take enough. Remember, like each one is like a whole week, right, or something.
Yeah.
Let me just check
How
it.
long are we expecting to be on the road?
He thinks maybe it would be like 5 days to get to the gunworks if your map is accurate, but the map has been slightly wrong before, and obviously you're not sure, if you'll find an easy way through the mountains or if it'll be a little tricky.
Well, what's the carrying capacity again? Is it like strength 25 plus 5?
It should automatically do it at the bottom. It says like, yeah, so right now it says you are over encumbered, Nate.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna take enough
exactly.
fabrics.
That's I was worried about.
What's so heavy? Oh, you got this fish hook that's pretty heavy.
But I got like inventory for days, so if someone needs help, I can carry some.
Oh, yeah.
I will be
Oh,
needing
yeah,
help.
the fish hook is one.
Should I take another 5
Yeah.
rations for you then?
Yeah, please.
Number 5, so 5 weeks, huh?
Yeah, just in case. We might get sooner.
Yeah, these are magic rations for like, wait, nothing, it's true. Don't know how like one
believe I
ration only
have-
weighs like 1 light. It doesn't
Yeah,
so
I have
days.
like 1 emergency week's worth of ration on me, but I can't carry
1
like-
emergency week. Like that's pretty good.
Well, it's because it's 1 or nothing, right? Like it's the same weight, so
It's one like
That's true.
astronaut
One.
bar.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a lemnus.
7 straight astronaut bars.
Is that Lembus?
But like I'm at
Lembus.
4 and 4L on an encumbrance of 5, so
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's pretty close.
But yeah, you need to leave a little bit behind me, huh? If you are there.
Oh,
you
actually,
get-
wait. I
Yeah,
could carry.
I'll throw the cookware away.
Oh no, you throw it away. No, people's like, oh, I'll take that for this journey, Nate. It's alright.
By the way, Jacko, I stress I can apparently. I just
With
added
this people.
5 of them, and it still doesn't show I'm over encumbered. So
Oh,
okay.
Nice.
Yeah,
Alright,
And
Nice.
is there anything else? Do we want to take some
Title.
anti-venom or anti-plagues? Might as well, right?
Yes, I would think so.
I mean, spyglass
Well-
pretty useful. That's on the.
Oh,
the boat as
yeah,
well.
you're right. Get that going. You want that out there, or should I take it?
Which one? Sorry.
Spyglass.
How heavy is it?
On the lights.
Sure, I'll take it.
Okay, I'll put it back in.
You can grab it from
I
the.
Oh,
I can
firearm
actually
cleaning
take-
kits.
I can take L's. I can't take other things.
You can take plenty of L's. I've seen
I
you
can
take
take
some L's before.
All the L's.
You got him. We've still got a grappling gun. I'm just gonna bring my artisans tools. Should bring more lighting sets so I can finish the map.
I'm gonna grab my mosquito netting just in case.
Yeah,
Or you're also gonna need a crowbar.
But you also you're not gonna need a crowbar.
It's only light, but I'm gonna. Okay, fine. I'll take it.
Everyone's just like, oh, what do we need out here in the wilderness? Crowbar. That's very important.
Again, it's true though. Like
Yeah.
what you don't bring, you're fucked on.
Mhm.
So everyone, make sure you have a water skin.
I'm gonna add a lot of food boxes open to the next map.
Yeah,
He's
he's gonna check what we left behind. I'm like.
I mean, it's
just
just stuff,
You
right?
know it.
full plate is 4 bulk and boarding
plate's-
plank is 2, so it's
Yeah, it's hard. I mean,
well,
Yep.
just armor and weapon.
exactly. It's pretty
Alright.
heavy for you. It's pretty heavy. I think if you don't wear the full plate, it's actually even heavier. So that's actually
Correct.
something.
Yeah.
So if you aren't
Oh.
wearing it for the trip, it actually weighs a whole bulk more. If you
Oh.
so it's up to you if you wear it or not. It will slow you down
Yeah.
probably by like maybe
There's
a day
also-
in total.
Really interesting interactions with things like if you put things into the backpack,
The
a
backpack.
certain amount of the backpack counts towards its weight, like in terms of its L capacity.
Yeah,
It's really interesting because I was adding things there and it wasn't increasing my overall
yeah.
encumbrance.
If you it can hold like some sort of weight.
Yeah.
Which is great.
But you are gonna carry your full plate or wear it, sorry, Miha?
Just
I mean,
wear it.
if I give,
If you
You'll
wear
go a
it, the
little
trip
bit
will only
slower.
take like a day extra, maybe. You know, it's like it's not like
It's worth it though
maybe a
because
day or two.
if we do that, then I can still do the travel
oh
activity
yeah,
at half speed.
your
Because if
activity.
you go 25, I'm
Yeah,
at 45,
yeah.
so I can't do that anyway.
Okay,
Okay, but
cool.
yeah, if you go 20, then
I'll
you know,
keep it plate
yeah,
on.
Ahoy can be like scouting back and forth at the same time and everything, right?
Yep.
So,
Yeah, cool. And I
Alrighty.
guess
I
we got
guess I'll take the signal whistle.
most of the
just in
stuff that
case
we need, hopefully.
Oh shit. Signal whistle.
signal whistle, that's pretty useful.
Yeah.
Do we want to take any of the hooded lanterns?
Do we? I mean, I guess
I don't
it's gonna be dark.
I don't know if it matters.
Just sleep when it's dark and
Yeah. Did everyone else like take their rations off of the boat and put it onto their character?
I didn't, because like, oh, I still have
Chris was
rations.
carrying a lot of
I
it,
don't know
probably.
what's sad.
Yeah, I have 5 extra.
Oh, is it really?
I was too lazy to put them
You
in.
have 11 weeks, Wham. Okay. It's not a rations,
I mean, we have 77 weeks.
Yeah, you know, what's
don't
the
know.
name?
Pixel doesn't know if you can fish. You know where we're going.
No, that's
so-
true. That's true. Cooper also has taken some extra weeks for people.
Okay.
Well, he's basically got like just a cookware and rations and stuff, and some like.
Oh,
like,
I
sandwiches
should
and fresh
up
food.
my arrow count to the max real quickly.
Fill on up.
Where are those? Do they just not show up in your inventory?
They
anymore?
should arrows. Maybe they're under short bow or something. No, I think.
Oh, yeah, they're under consumables. That's my bad.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Cool.
I'll up it to 30 and then decrease. There we go.
Right. So yeah, you spent maybe what time of day it is, by the way. This is. I mean, I'll say you made it here, like maybe if you this evening when it's getting dark and you're like doing this in the morning or something, kind of makes the most sense. When you were kind of like tying up the boat and getting set off, and yeah, now it's late morning, or maybe not late, maybe it's like 9 or 10 a.m. as you kind of like finishing up your final sort of provisioning, getting ready for the trip into the mountains. Yeah, and I guess you set off.
Yeah, it was
And we are staying by the river, I guess, as far as we can, so we have.
Yeah, so there's like a stream, that the
running
boat
water.
couldn't go up to kind of go for a little bit, maybe like probably not more than like just a few hours though before you already start to the train starts to also dry out a little bit more, like maybe not like dry, but like less verdant, if you know what I mean, like compared to the previous train you've been traveling through, and you do begin to start heading quite uphill even already, like you're kind of just in like the foothills of the mountain, but compared to to many days of walking around on deck of the boat, the actual physical act of like hiking uphill is it's a little tiring, especially in the still quite hot for now at least climate and humid. And yeah, you start going, and it's it seems at least like for now the first day you are kind of following almost like an established kind of. You're not sure if maybe at one point there was some sort of route that existed here. I mean, it is a path through the mountains, so maybe smaller kind of rural clans used this in the past, or it was used more by like animals or whatever. You're unsure, but at least there isn't really any difficulty following a trail that at least is heading fairly east. Obviously kind of curves a little bit around the natural foothills of the mountains, but it seems to at least be fairly straightforward. At the first day at least is pretty smooth. I'm assuming you're keeping a watch in the evenings, like normal.
Yeah, I guess.
You have a fire. You would know a fire would be seen from very far away in this sort of trade. Like now you're kind of quite high up.
I
and,
would
you know,
suggest we don't.
Yeah.
Unless we can get it to a place where we might be able to like do over, since there's mountains on both sides, like
Mm.
Like a little.
You think maybe in the next day or two you might be getting up like to a high enough terrain where it's like more kind of hidden, but for now you're still almost like in this base of this valley. So
Yeah.
like if you're not really sure, I mean none of you have heard of these mountains being like occupied really, but for instance if there were like watch posts or whatever, for sure they would like just be able to see down into a place area now.
Actually, say I don't know much about mountains. They have caves, no? Holes in them.
I mean, not all, but many.
Might be smart to check. Or are they busy?
I think that also depends.
Anyone more experienced with mountains?
No, but
I think we're
I don't
all
know if we should
mostly
think
sea
so.
people.
Never been here or other side of this ridge, right? Very far.
yeah, but caves you can
You've
find.
traveled way much further than where I've been, bro.
Yes,
can
not sure what to
find-
expect.
all kinds of monsters in caves,
Whoa.
Cave monsters.
Dangerous cave monsters.
Yeah, everyone says that. It's like,
Oh.
must be true, right?
Whoa.
Know of underwater cave with eels and sharks in them, like that.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, must be some land sharks or things here. Who knows?
Sharks.
Land
Yes.
shark. He was like, not sure what that cooks.
I heard bears make their home in caves sometimes. Or
Sea
trolls,
bears?
or-
The normal bears.
yeah,
Thought they were fake.
the sea bears or normal bears.
Those are platypus bears. From
I know.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Maybe. So yeah, you talk about some caves, but at least you for now, like you're kind of still in the middle of the valley, so you're not that near like the actual sides of the mountains, so you don't see any caves immediately, at least to investigate. Obviously, if you want to, you can go more towards the mountain, and you might see something. But otherwise, yeah, you travel through the day and you get on a little bit. So today you're going like pretty good speed. You're saying you're basically going fast as possible. I mean, I'm going to move the boat, even though it's not the boat that's moving, Wait, how do I move I need to do space. No, how do I move yeah. I do this, and then I go 60 miles or something like. There we go. Cool. Yeah, you're getting now into the point where you said obviously tomorrow will be a little more like elevation, so probably you have to like travel a little bit slower. But yeah, you set off down for the night and you keep watch, and it goes quite quietly. It's quite, I mean, maybe it's not true. Maybe it's Cooper kind of at least seems to be enjoying a little bit the being on like solid earth. Like he is a sailor, he spent a lot of the time underwater, but it is something nice about also just for him at least about having the solid ground beneath him and being able to sleep without being rolled along by the current and
I mean, he also spent a good amount of time literally in the water.
Yeah, he didn't seem to enjoy that much. He kind of likes the feeling of not just rolling around uncontrollably. But obviously, yes, it's very just different to how you've been traveling before. And it's very quiet. There's no sound of the water, which probably a big sadness to some of you. Occasionally you pass a waterfall coming off the mountain, and it's very beautiful. But otherwise, yeah, there's a lovely sunset, and the night passes, and day rises, and you continue on your journey up into the mountains. At some point in your day, when you're starting to climb a little bit, and it's getting a little steep, the pass is suddenly here like it'd be a rough trip for like a horse and a caravan. they could probably do it if it was like if they knew they were kidding out and they were like coming somewhere like here, but it certainly would be you put the 4-wheel drive horses on this one.
What about elephants?
Oh, elephants stop, but anyway, shit, no
Easy
problem.
peasy.
No
Elephant.
problem. Exactly. But also, can you give me a perception check, Josh, as you're like scouting around, like back in bits and forth? You have like the spyglass to kind of check out. Like now you're getting a bit of elevation. You can kind of look around a lot more detailed.
Rip.
Okay, cool.
Maybe
Yeah, you're
see
keeping
the-
your eye out, and it's quite you're used to in the water it's very hard to spot stuff, because it's things are below the surface a lot, and they're very hidden. So for you, like this kind of wide open space really makes it seems to be quite easy. And you do spot one thing which is of interest. You see probably many miles away. It's hard to judge the distances correctly. Maybe 2 or 3 miles. You see kind of you're a little high up now. I'm really bad at heights, but you're maybe. I don't know if you've been walking uphill for a couple of hours. I don't know, something like that. I'm never sure how high that is. A few hundred meters. I don't know. You are looking kind of in the mountain range to the south, just kind of like looking through it, and you see kind of into the side of one of the mountains seems to be built some sort of town. I don't know, something like this, almost into the side. But based on the distance you're away, it looks very big. Like just the scale of this town is like almost like giant in size. So to you, like you're not sure, what kind of creature would. Well, I mean, obviously you can have some guesses.
When you say giant in size, do you just mean like it's a big city, or it's a city made for big people?
The scale is larger, so like the actual buildings are probably for creatures that are like of a larger size than human.
Gotcha.
It's like maybe Goliaths, maybe maybe giants, or like ogres. There's a few things of
they might be giants.
larger size. Here might be giants, yeah. And yeah, up to you what you say, but yeah, you see. Yeah, it's not really on your path, like the way you're going. You're just scanning around, like maybe a few miles, like almost like down, like kind of. You see some stuff like up on the side of the mountain, and as you kind of look down, you see it almost kind of also like near the base of like this foot toward the mountain, kind of south of you. You see like some of these kind of large, kind of like or not ornate, but at least like constructed sort of cave entrances.
Okay. Yeah. No, I definitely go and let the everyone else know that there are some rather large, and I mean that it's made for a large people city or something built into the mountain up ahead. We should be cautious.
A city or a village?
Probably avoid it, right?
It was described to me as a city.
Let's say city. Maybe city was. It's hard to tell because the way constructed, it looks like probably it's like built into it, right? So it's hard to say. Like there's quite a few like entrances if you can see, but you're unsure like how big would be like inside. Yeah, place of residence, and it's
almost more of a fort then. Or is there no like?
It looks very like naturally defensible, just was how it's built in. But like you don't see any like big walls or like kind of watchtowers or anything like that. So not particularly. And so to check, it's not technically like up ahead of you. It's kind of like to the south. So it's like when you were scanning ahead. So you don't think you would like. Yeah, wouldn't be getting any closer to it if you were like continuing your journey.
Oh, okay.
It's just kind of like on your side.
This is close
so...
to our road path.
Yeah, a few miles it looks like.
Yeah, it's close enough.
Personally, I'd rather avoid it, but if there's going to be a trade route through here, then
I don't think
we can put that
a series
down in
of
a report,
traders with carts and such would be able to get through here.
Yeah, that's true. Still,
How
maybe
big are these people?
I didn't see the people themselves, just the structures, but it's made for larger people.
Like
so potentially
ogres?
Goliaths, giants, ogres, trolls, right? Then
yeah, it could be anything like that.
Yeah,
it seemed.
I mean, when we meet our contact, maybe they would know a bit more about it.
Possibly.
Yeah, I'm just like looking from when you looked at it, like it seems quite, like I said, like not well. I don't know how to say well designed. It was like built with a purpose. So some things like ogres or trolls, you haven't heard of them even really ever sort of like shaping stone or like creating stuff like that. Okay. Maybe they would take over like existing in places, of course. Right. But you think at least whatever created this first time they had some sort of like civilized.
So
nature.
Definitely, yeah, slightly more group intelligence type stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's also
Okay.
like, you know, from what you heard about trolls before, like the ones you saw when you hunted, they are quite sort of solitary creatures. They are like, normally they're
Mhm.
kind of too violent to exist very well in like kind of large groups.
As you threw 3 of them at us at once.
I believe. No, there's two. They were arguing together. I was like, they
Oh,
were
you're
at the
right.
bridge, like, this is my bridge, and then they all were like, this is my bridge.
Well, that's just because they're stupid.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They didn't seem like they could have a city together, you know. They'd be too complaining about whose city it was. Yeah, but that's just something you notice during the day.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to mark it on a map, then it would just be a bit south of where you are now, kind of just like you could have marked it on something like that. Anyone
I'll split up
wanted
the
to
marked map.
roll and see if they have heard of if there's any sort of, you know, creatures or general what could could live in like mountains like this? You could also roll in society.
Society.
Yeah.
Of course, let's know
Give it a
about
try.
that.
Next.
New text.
Alright.
It's tough. Like, you know, I mean, it's based on what you've seen and what you saw. You're just seeing some sort of.
Elysian.
He's been having some instance rolls.
Mm.
It's almost like you need it to be 2 words.
Hmm.
Since you can't fix the kerneling is the
Silly-
space between
silly
letters. What is
implement.
the space between lines called again?
The line width.
Yeah, maybe.
Not sure what you mean.
Rippian.
Giant village.
Again, which is such a
Otherwise known as the city.
exactly. Village for giants.
That's so long. It's gonna be catchy, snappy. Oh, Josh, I've meant to ask you because you got like a pretty decent music taste, right? As far as I remember. Do you?
I'd like to think so.
All right. Do you know the song by the Counting Crows, "Mr. Jones"? Mr. Jones and me.
Jones and me.
Okay, thank you. I think that's enough for me.
Okay.
The fuck is that song?
I'm old. Of course they know that song.
Do you think people that are like around 28 have a less chance of knowing it?
28, I would say, is like close to that breaking point where if they're older than that, you're going to have a pretty significant chance of them maybe hearing of it. Younger than that, no chance.
All right. Okay. I'm asking because on Wednesdays we have the Abomination Vaults. I play like a bard. I do song parodies. I did Mr. Jones when we had a skeletal champion, you know, a big giant. I sang Mr. Bones and me. I was very proud of it. But nobody fucking recognized it. I thought I was going crazy.
No.
Like what?
Taking crazy pills.
Mr. Jones was look, it's a huge hit, right? Like, am I crazy? But yeah, thank you for validating me. Just a little bit.
I was going to ask, have you guys been playing the 2v2v2v2 mode?
No one wants to.
No, we're still on the ADZ.
Yeah.
I asked 2 people and I got 2 no's. So
Yeah, Tom asked me, and I said I don't want to play LoL anymore.
I had a couple Discord
And I-
buddies
yeah,
talking
I
about
mentioned-
reinstalling League and playing some ARMs with them. God, was that a mistake? Like, I'll be fair. The last time I played, I got Morgana on a team that had was it Lux, Zyra. I was Morgana, so it was just like like CC to death instantly for the other team. No chance.
That's not the best. Yeah.
Yeah.
TFT.
So
is fun.
I
I've
ended up
gotten
getting
back into TFT.
I think it's S rank, A plus rank. What's the highest one?
S.
You get in S. As I got an S, and I was like 14, 4, and 31 or something like that.
Mhm.
I was like, okay, that's a good one to end my ARAM career on.
Yeah, it's gotta end on.
Wait, you're giving up completely?
I don't know. I might pop in occasionally and play another ARAM here or there, but I will never play ranked or anything like that. Still
Yeah.
never had it.
yeah.
Although it shows my account has because it got hacked once for like a year and a half while I just
Oh.
wasn't playing it.
Uh,
So I came back and like there's all these champions that I've never played before. They're on the account. And
Oh, that's nice. You
Like,
got free stuff.
my most played champion is suddenly Hecarim, and I'm like, I've literally never played Hecarim before.
Pretty bad Aram champion, if I had to guess.
Oh yeah, for
maybe
sure.
you just have a split personality, man.
No, and like I had all these people that were my friends. Yeah, apparently the guy who hacked the account for like a year and a half was a silver 4 player or something like that.
Oh,
And you were?
even
I've
after
never
a year
played
and a
ranked
half,
before.
huh?
I've never
Oh,
once
okay,
played
okay.
a ranked game.
Wow.
Smart choice.
Nope.
I mean, man, if we had like a 5-man team that we could play like all the time, then
Yeah,
I
see,
Yeah.
the problem is
I'd
that like
maybe
maybe
I'd have to
yeah.
play on EU ping and install like for the connect to the EU server, and then I wouldn't have any of my shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the rough
That
part.
is true.
You would have to play like support.
I mean, I have.
Well,
Like,
that's what I'd want to
multiple
play
accounts.
anyway.
We've got a lot of support
have-
people in our group, I think.
Yeah.
Right, but then it's like, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to play solo or whatever. And even if we play as a group, I'm really bad now, right? And it sucks being bad, man. It sucks
Same.
being bad. So
It
I'm
feels
like,
really bad being bad at League when you play with people. It does.
yeah, but even if
I'm
I
not-
play alone, right?
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, not.
Well, I
good,
meant at all,
like,
but yeah,
not
even
bad,
with
like
friends.
10 years ago, right?
Yep.
And it sucks being bad because you know you were better in the past, and it's
Mhm.
really annoying.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's why I only do it for like normally special game modes. This like the one exception. I try to reinstall anytime they bring Earth back.
Mm.
'Cause
It's fun for
that's
a
fucking
few
blast.
games.
Exactly. Which is about as much as I ever want to play League in a given year. So
I'm really enjoying the A to Z because specifically it's not about winning or whatever, or improving. It's just like
yeah.
you've got
definitely
two
is about
champions in the bot
winning.
lane. Well, okay, sure, but like trying to overcome this challenge you set for yourself instead of like climbing the ranks or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
Sure.
That's true.
And
Yeah, that's
That's
cool.
why the one thing that I enjoyed when I used to play with a bunch of people from a Discord server was we would do the Ultimate Bravery or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Just do
that's-
that.
that's
Roll
fun,
for
yeah.
items.
Normals.
Roll
Yeah.
everything.
Like, all right, I'm
Yeah.
Morgana with IE. That's great.
yeah, but
Those
that's
are
it's so hard.
good
Though.
braveries.
But again, that's when like I learned. Particularly, I think that's why I like Earth as well. Is I just do shit that you would never build on champions normally, like Titanic Tarek. I love that. The fucking
What's-
best.
And when you do get like the secret sauce, you feel so smart, right?
Oh
Like
yeah.
you're fucking 5-head.
Oh.
See this right? Don't know what happened.
Or the time that I remember winning a game was Tarek because I had been dominating the game, but my team was getting their ass kicked,
Hello?
and so they were all pushing towards
Hello, Ian.
base, but we still had all of our towers up in the
Oh,
base,
Tarek.
and so I sold all my shit for movement speed and like crit, and then cannoned over the top of them, ran down because they had an open nexus to win.
Ooh, that's a superhero right there.
Oh man. Yeah, well,
That's
you know,
fun. Earth mode's great.
Yeah, Jack had a very,
Fine.
very heartbreaking game the other day.
It doesn't matter. We won that game. We're probably better, whatever who it was. It's fine. We're back.
Won the next game.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
You know, we just won with Vladimir. Well, Vladimir.
Oh, nice.
Vladimir Galen. It was pretty hard actually.
That was a hard one.
I mean, Caitlyn's not that hard. She's one of my favorite champs.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
hard.
The key is like you have to play
don't really
Caitlyn like you're
synergize
winning
together,
lane no
so-
matter what.
They
That-
wouldn't
that's
synergize,
true.
though. In
Definitely.
the end,
yeah.
I mean, Jacko took the CS, but I'm wondering which. I think it made sense for you taking the CS. Anyway, sorry,
you
yes,
try
you
to
look it
play
over
Kate
and what's that?
I'm trying to. I guess you could try to play Kate as support, right?
You
with
said that
traps.
spend all your time
I think that was
pushing
the first
down,
game,
just,
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you take spectral.
play it.
You play it like Senna, except you don't have Senna's passive. Is how you play it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
the
think both of
support
us. So we tried
heal.
both. I think both of us preferred being the support and not having to CS.
I think in
that
general,
one.
the sport is just easier, right? When you're like, it's a champion you don't play very much. Like in CSing, it's kind of it's CSing at least very different focus, right? Like it's a lot easier
Yes,
when you know
another-
like how
Caitlyn
was,
damage
I
think,
abilities do.
one of my first mains when I originally played years and years ago.
Yeah, she's pretty
Yeah.
solid. All right.
Ah,
Anyway,
that's
so
right.
yeah. So as you look down, Nate, as I said, you think this probably looks like a giant village, what you've heard the stories of, or giant town, city, whatever you want to call it. And in your mind, there's a few kinds of giants, which this could probably be based on like the location in the world. You apparently quite a bit about giants, but you're not sure exactly. So the ones that immediately come to your mind is there are cave giants. Cave giants you have heard of. They are. But they're a little bit chaotic. They're a little bit loners, is what you'd heard at least. And often they would, if you were like looking into just a random cave in the mountain, they'd be what you'd be very worried about. But in seeing like an almost sort of a civilized, I don't know, home, whatever, you would be surprised that this would be home to at least many cave giants. Could be like an old structure of one or two now live potentially, but beyond that, it seems a bit strange. To you, it seems more likely that these are probably either hill giants or stone giants, realistically. Uh, there's also some, like stranger varieties, such as like, frost giants, like fire giants, but they don't really seem to be in this kind of area of the world. To give you a little bit, hill giants are a little bit like kind of like raiders and kind of barbaric in nature. They're not something you'd really want to get involved with. They're quite violent, with like raid kind of other rural towns. Stone giants, on the other hand, are quite reclusive and are much more like herders and actually almost artists as well amongst their kind, who also dwell in caves and in tall mountains where they kind of blend in very well based on the color of their skin, and so they're quite hard to like notice for travelers. And so they, if there was a clan or like a tribe of those, you think that probably that wouldn't be a big problem for such a trade route. But if it was a group of hill giants who noticed caravans passing, that would be a much bigger problem.
Hmm.
But you're unsure from this and which one it is more likely to be.
Hmm. So it's hard to judge exactly, but could be a hill giant village or a stone giant.
So you
Hopefully stone giant.
I'm going to give you a bit of art to see. Hill giants look like this, just so you know. They're very much kind of like just human-looking in nature, like as they look, and stone giants look like this. So they're very different.
Are hills not made of stone? What is the difference?
I mean, hills could just be dirt, right? Just soil.
Hmm.
Up over time.
Dirt giants, yes.
Let's see, two.
The fuck? The fox is with one of the legs on the hill giant.
On the hill giant? Wait, I closed them.
Oh no, sorry, I'm trolling.
Do you mean the mace, whatever he has?
No. The image is a bit transparent, so
Okay.
the other one was behind it.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
It looked like the hill giant had like a smaller third leg.
Oh yeah, that's like maybe it's a giant. Yeah, but obviously it's very hard to tell from this distance.
So if it's hill giants, then it's not not good news, as they like to raid, and having a trade route near such a village could be an issue. Stone giants are less interested in things like that, so
Well,
hopefully stone giants.
I believe giants speak Jotun, correct?
Yeah, you would know this.
Yeah.
Like so, I could always try to, negotiate terms with them.
Why do you speak Jotun again?
But from their previous adventures in the giant area. You don't remember this?
I remember seeing them.
Your gun is made out of one.
Don't remember you talking to them.
I mean, I did a little bit to the trolls, right? I think I insulted them in Yon.
Yeah, I remember you tried it.
Didn't work well,
prepared.
but I did. Yeah, and then the undead one or whatever, right, that we carried his skull around and all the bodies. That's where I learned it.
Yeah.
So, do we want to visit the village?
We could get closer at least to see if we can tell if it's stone or hill giants, right?
Yeah,
Or some other type of giant we're not familiar with.
yeah. I think we should do that, but maybe just, try not to show ourselves to them if we
Sure.
can.
It's no rush. We can wait far. We have spyglass.
Yeah, so maybe try to have a circle like where we're still getting closer to our overall goal, but getting a little bit closer to the village as well.
Okay, it's a bit tough because there was some sort maybe animal path or maybe human or giant path who knows at some point which seemed to be leading away. It doesn't seem to be so much of a path in the other way, so it would be a little bit more offbeat. So it would take a little bit more time and maybe like a survival roll to see how easily you manage to find a path over there. But you think at least you could do it. It just depends how easy it would be for you.
Sure.
So if someone wants to try to lead the group as they kind of try to get a little bit closer, then you can roll me a survival. It's not like you're gonna fall away if you
That's
fail. It's just
Johnny's
how long it takes you,
department, right?
basically.
I guess I have a plus 11.
It's pretty good.
Johnny, you have probably higher than that.
Some, but
So you have high
probably not
whiz?
that
Survival. That's survival. Yeah, I have a plus 15 in survival.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, you're used normally to surviving in the water, but finding a good chart through the waters and a good chart through the mountains, that's something like that.
Yeah, nature works in similar ways across
Exactly.
different.
You see the flow of the glaciers that cut their way through these mountains.
Wait, there's glacier.
It all connects back.
All's
to
water originally, right?
Everything, water formed everything.
Right. Give me
What is air but like lighter water?
True. Can you give me
Seems
a
like one
survival
third
check?
Is this hidden?
No, this is fine. You kind of
Okay.
see how good the path is. Or it will not be like this is
Is
fucking
this-
shit.
Oh, okay. It's plus 13 actually. This isn't about discerning weather patterns and predicting upcoming weather conditions.
No,
right?
it's not. It's not.
Uh,
But 13 still
Hey,
pretty good.
plus 13 still best. I don't know, plus 9.
Christ, there are a
What
bunch
turns
of
it out?
things.
You're like, is it
Yours
this?
is-
Is it
yeah.
this? Is
Why
it
do
this?
I
Yours is
have
still
a
the
bunch
best,
of
and if not,
wait
then
a
it'd be mine.
second.
Wait a sec.
Why is this? Does that have like a bunch of different things that can activate for some
Your
reason?
tracker's goggles.
Tracker's goggles, I think, fit, right?
Tracker's
Track in the
goggles.
path?
Yeah, sense direction and track. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, sure.
I don't know why
That's-
Nymph Queen's inspiration is an option, is I don't think that's
Yeah,
what it does, right?
But it's
that's
only
like,
for the bars, I think.
yeah, it's something for bards. You can do everything. So I think the way they coded it can do stuff. but it
Okay,
just
okay.
doesn't
So it's
automatically work.
okay, cool. So with this, it's plus 14.
Okay.
Go. I clicked it.
Okay, yeah, you managed to find your way quite expertly through there. So in just like an hour, and a half, maybe you managed to get quite a bit closer, where you're still kind of not, you think you wouldn't be too obvious if people are looking up. You're very small, and the mountain's very big, but you think you're now just maybe a mile or two away, and you kind of can look down more on the city, or not city, town. It's more of a town, city, camp, who knows. And yeah, at this point, you have the spyglass, and you kind of get out and look a bit. There is still nobody outside immediately, kind of in the open that you can see, but you do see the farmed land and some kind of livestock kind of in fields, some sort of variation of kind of mountain sheep or something. This it's it probably is again another sign that probably more likely to be stone giants, Miha, if you look at it from this way. But you haven't heard of your field giants having quite so cultivation like that. They're not sure if, you think they probably would be able to, but that's what they're known for. But yeah, it depends if do you kind of stay watching for a while, or do you go closer?
Yeah, we can stay and watch for a while, right? So
Yeah.
maybe take
If
a
I had
little.
to, if I had to guess, I'd say it's stone giants. Because hill giants, they aren't really known for having livestock.
So stone
Like
giants
that.
more civilized. Can we speak?
Which ones are the
Hello?
worst again?
Worst.
The cave giants.
Okay.
Cave giants.
Cave
are pretty
giants would be a
bad.
very bad thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Hope it's not them.
They're like the ones in fucking Lord of the Rings. Like the cave giant. It's like
Okay.
what a troll looks like in that. Looks like a cave giant. Yeah, okay, but you spend a little bit of time watching out there. Give me a perception check. I guess if it's just whoever is almost right, I guess it's just out. I don't know if you swap over at some point or not. I guess
Do
you are
what,
the
sorry?
most. Just perception check. I was wondering if like you're always the one
Oh.
watching, or if you kind of take turns, kind of like looking through the spyglass,
I
or like.
think I would try to keep up on it.
Yeah,
But
you can. It just if you wanted like a fake, but you're used to also like being on watch for many hours, so it's not hard for you.
yeah.
Cool. Then another blind one, please.
No, it's sunny outside.
Okay, yeah, you're watching out, and similar to how Miha described, or like described what it looks like, you do see one which almost seems to like appear as if she's out of nowhere. You think it potentially like there seems to be a stone giant, and you think it probably based on what he said, where like the skin it almost looks like rock, and the only reason you kind of see them is they basically go to like kind of feed or look after livestock, and they like have like kind of more like grass beneath them, so they don't blend in so well. As you can kind of see like a big rocky form, so it looks like a part of the mountain, kind of just like walks over and starts tending on them, like maybe it was there before, you just didn't see them, kind of thing. But now,
Okay.
yeah, it's maybe after about 15-20 minutes of looking over, and you see they just like tend to the animals for like.
But now
most of
that
the
I
time.
know more what to look for, do I see roughly how many, or can I make out others?
Ooh, yeah, you kind of, okay, yeah, you were pretty well. You kind of, tray your arm back and almost like try to reverse it to see where like it was looking at, and you do see a few more kind of at the entrance of this kind of like cave, so it's sort of like entrance into like the dark side of the mountain, and it's maybe you see like a group of maybe like a half dozen or something. It doesn't seem like very many, at least that are still out in the open, but at least like a small community. It doesn't look like if you kind of scan it that there's like hundreds of them all over the side of the mountain. It does seem that maybe you see the group here, there's like 6 or something. If there were a few more kind of dotted about that you're not able to see, maybe you would get up to like a few dozen, but somewhere in that kind of sound of it. It does like the place is pretty big, so you don't know if there are 100 more inside. Maybe you're not really sure, Nate, like do they like being outside, do they like being inside, so you're not sure where the bulk of them would be. But it seems at least to be a decent sized community.
Yeah. Particularly for such big people.
Mm-hmm. It's a big part of the world, plenty of open space.
Mm-hmm. Well, there definitely are stone giants, and there's quite a lot of them, a few hundred.
So, termination,
large
not
settlement.
possible.
I mean, I don't think that was the original goal anyway, but yeah, you would be correct.
Always consideration.
Okay, so maybe we just write that down and don't bother them and move on.
Good. And
That's
I can
my
speak with
vote.
them. I don't know if the next group would be able to.
From what you've heard, actually, Nate, they are. I mean, they're pretty intelligent stone giants. Like a group this size, you'd be surprised if not some of them at least spoke common. Like they don't have much trade or business with the outside world, but there are people who have who do have some sort of contact with them. They're not like complete recluses.
Yeah, but they wouldn't be like hostile or.
No, you don't think so. Like they would probably be
Oh,
curious, but you don't think they would be hostile.
Yeah.
They very much are kind of a.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they're quite a peaceful
well,
people, actually.
Maybe I thought that they might be like. Maybe they wouldn't care about us, but if we were to come up to them, they might be like unhappy about it or something like that. If not, then I guess we can go talk to them then.
Yeah, in terms of would they be unhappy, you're not sure exactly, but you don't think so. Like from stories you've heard, people have visited their homes, and they don't normally aren't aggressive. They probably aren't as opening as some people in the world. They are still quite reclusive, or at least they keep to their own kind. That you don't really see humans living in stone giant villages. You don't really see stone giant living in like humans or elf or whatever settlements.
Do we
Whether or not that means they
know
couldn't coexist, you're not sure.
anything like where we're headed, or the gunworks? Is that where we're headed?
Yeah, Elkinstar and the Manoways and then the Gunworks is like
Okay.
the individual town where you were told you had a contact, yeah.
Okay. Like, do we know anything about their relationship with this area? I'm wondering if we're stepping into like a minefield. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, are there active hostilities between potentially giants and humanoids, smaller folk from Alkenstar or Gunworks in specific.
Sure. That would be enough society check to see if you've heard more about that aspect of it.
I will give it a go.
Maybe everyone should. Because
Not trained in society, it's kind of not go very well.
yeah, I mean same, but I have +7. Then
Wait, because you're untrained improvisation.
Untrained improviser.
yeah,
Thought about taking that, but it
worth-
seems so not worth it for a rogue who gets trained in so many skills.
True, yeah. I'm trained in everything anyway.
yeah. Nate has heard many stories. from
See, I say that,
all
but
kinds
somehow we always end up rolling like religion, medicine, nature,
Yeah.
crafting, and arcana. So
A lot of those things show up,
the only
Um,
ones that I'm not trained in.
Pretty sad. There's some big ones. Okay, out to Nate. No, unfortunately, you aren't that familiar with the geopolitics of this area of the world.
Gotcha.
Like you're unsure. But yeah, it's hard to say.
Need to visit more towns then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Starting
So
with
I'll
that.
leave it up to the crew then, since we just don't know. Then do we stop here and try to talk to them, or do we just again mark it on the map and move on?
Cooper kind of says, I mean, if we could always ask right when the gun works if they had tradings with giants, and then on the way back we could always talk with them. I guess
That's a
Yeah.
good call. I like that.
we're pretty close here.
Yeah, let's do that.
It would really suck if they attacked us and we got so close. Then
Exactly. Yeah. Let's keep a safe distance just in case.
Right, safe distance. That's my kind of words. You gotta me too. Start heading back after the Johnny found.
Speaking of, does anyone know about the Gunworks?
I know how
Why are they
this
called
gun works.
the Gunworks?
So
That's a very good question.
That was very good, Crixel.
Thank you. I'm learning humor.
Cooper's like, I mean, I heard a couple of things. I guess back when I was in the army, I think a lot of our weapons came from there.
So they really are like gunsmithies?
So what?
So they make guns?
I mean, I think they do that partly. I think it's most famous. They have a giant cannon there, at least what the stories say. It's
Sorry,
kind of
what-
built
what
into
now?
the city.
What?
I think it's
Why?
a giant cannon.
Oh,
Oh,
can.
Wait, what did you also get said?
I
there's
was
just
gonna-
for a second there, because we keep talking. Like I was making jokes while you were disconnected about how it's a giant village, and it's like, so is that just like a really big village, or is it a village?
Oh,
with
okay,
people,
okay.
right? So it's the same thing. It's like
It's not a cannon fire
is this
giants.
a big cannon or a giant cannon? Like it
It's not a
shoots
cannon fire
giants.
giant.
Because then I could see them having some
No.
problems.
He says, no. They have, I think,
Size.
I don't know. I think the town was always built around this giant places. I think it's almost like, at least originally, it was almost like a fortress to gunworks. I'm not sure,
Hmm.
but I think it was to defend Alcazar from from he kind of jetted around him from the Rangi Expanse once upon a time. Not sure. I don't think it's used very much nowadays. I think it's more just a deterrent. I've heard they used to have some trouble though.
I see. Like I feel that we're maybe downrange from it if we, if they still use it.
Oh yeah, we're definitely downrange from it, but I'm hoping they don't
Burn
fire
some
it
though.
off.
Exactly.
I got a little. I think it was called. It had a name that it called at least. I think it was a Great Moor Vovagug. I think he's like a kind of god, right? They named their
Vovagug?
cannon that. Yeah, it was the name of the cannon, and I think.
Is
try to scare
Robocop like an
people.
evil god?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, exactly.
Vovagug?
So it's like trying
That's
to
not
scare
good.
them. Like they're like, this cannon is like, an evil thing.
Uh.
You gotta shrug. I don't know. I reckon it looks like this. He said that he paints like a picture that he found in like Google Images. Like something around that size.
Yikes.
That's pretty big.
Let's I don't know how you avoid that, but let's avoid it.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably pretty slow to name, right? But anyway, no, I think it's also a big gunsmithy. I'm not sure how big the actual town is. I think it's pretty small. I think it's mainly just like the factory and the workers. No shrugs.
Could learn about cannons there for our ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
That's
we
what
could
you
have the slightly smaller more if we were going on us.
Yeah. I'm guessing too big to fit on ship.
Too big to steal.
Ah, yeah, that's the other problem.
Yeah, that's a bit heavy.
get some stone giants to help us carry
Holy
it.
fuck. Thing is massive.
Ooh, yeah. So kind of so right there.
So that's
But
like
okay, yeah,
literally
but he kind of shrugs.
be a giant can't like shoot giants out of
It
it.
could
It's
shoot
that
giants. Could also shoot giants. Could shoot
Giant
stone giants.
circus.
Curl up into a bowl and get like shot out. It's
Mhm.
true. It's true.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
it's like the barrel itself is bigger than like an average human is tall.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. You kind of head back up the path and continue onwards. A little bit of a detour, so you don't make quite so much progress today, but you get a few miles closer, and you're beginning to. You think actually throughout the day you get to some of the highest points, and you kind of see now a great view over kind of like the manor waste in front of you.
Mhm.
It's the manor waste. I guess now you can kind of see it. The sun is like kind of going down, but you kind of have a first view over the waste themselves. They are a little bit of a strange place. They look pretty devastated, like kind of like wastelandish in nature. Like you can't see the gunworks from this distance or anything like that, but you can just see almost like a valley of like just I don't know, just like torched earth and just wasted. I have like a rough sort of picture of like wasted. Let me see where this is. Do I have something
Like
for this?
GTA 5 wasted,
Wasted, exactly.
or like
Okay.
a wasteland.
Did I not put it in here somewhere? Did I put it in there? That page? Maybe I didn't do it. I don't know. Give it 1 sec. Where are you, image? Location, choose file. Shackles. Maps. Is it maps or art? I think it's with Mercy.
I can't select the text
It looks a
items
bit
anymore.
watery. There you
They are
go.
part of the map now.
Ah, I guess so.
Something like this. Pretty American, actually. Bit of
That's
I
not
was
bad.
just gonna say, like,
and stuff.
this is just fucking southern Utah. What are you talking about?
Yeah, the everything deadly to wasteland.
Just the couple of trees that are kind of.
But yeah, it looks
uh,
as you kind of look down at it, it is a little bit of a strange looking place. I mean, those of you, I don't know if you know much about the wastelands or the not wasteland, the manor wastes. I guess anyone could roll me society to see if you know a little bit more about the manor wastes. A little bit of an info session.
Three
Yeah,
times a
of
charm. Let's
course.
go.
I know it
Bound for a
seems
well
like
at
it
some
has
point.
no water, and that makes it the most horrible place on Earth. In the world.
This actually looks like the place where Goku and Vegeta fought. Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look
Which time?
okay. I would say you know a little bit more about the manor wastes
Every
than you
time.
have about the gunworks in general. But the manor wastes are a very interesting place. They once upon a time, you can sort of say they were actually known as being a place of like beauty. This with the Edgemurray Expanse. It was a place of wonderful region. They had some of the old dwarven cities were here where they first came up from the underground. They had beautiful cities built. But unfortunately, there was a conflict thousands of years ago between the two warring cities of Nex and Geb, which started with minor skirmishes, but it led to basically like the two most powerful, I guess, spellcasts. The one of really two of some of which the strongest Glorian has ever seen, kind of at war with each other. With vast armies like constructs, summoned monsters, hordes of undead, kind of clashing on the battlefield for centuries, like constant going on. And this land over time was just ruined by the amount of magical energy that's going on, and created these, for one thing, these dead magic stones, which what Mana Waste is really famous for, where like magic just stops working properly. And there's areas where it doesn't work at all. There's parts where it's very unpredictable and primal, and kind of like lash it out almost unstably. And based on this, it was just a place that was completely unexplored and was kind of avoided by all sorts of people until eventually a criminal by the name of Alpenstar actually fled into the Manor Wastes, hoping that his enemies who were magic users would not be confident enough to follow him into their risk of their own self. And he eventually made his way over to the ruins of one of these old dwarven cities I mentioned, where he eventually established the nation of Alpenstar, basically as a place for others who seek sanctuary, quite lawless. And when he was there, he developed firearms after finding the notes on how to create them in one of the old dwarven cities. that were abandoned, and from there, the region basically exploded with like commerce and an invention, as it was a place where some of the brightest who weren't magically attuned could go there to work their skills. I will say it is a dangerous place to travel because it is almost only civilized in these areas of kind of like dead magic where they have built these kind of cities such as Alkenstar, such as the Gunworks, and they are quite safe and quite well policed. But beyond that, it is quite a monstrous place. You have mutants who kind of get affected by the Manaway storms and basically can get affected in many different ways, but basically all will like lose some sense of not consciousness, but they become a lot more crazy, I guess. I don't know really how to say it better. You also know there's, sometimes, elementals, from the magic planes, which have come over to here. Some people say you even can find constructs from the original wars that still kind of patrol around, like fulfilling their old work. One thing that maybe actually catches your mind, and what's it called? Which is, you maybe feel like you should talk about when you talk about giants. You had also one of ones more in the Manaways himself, not necessarily in the mountain ranges, are giants, which are known to sometimes attack the gunworks and Alkenstar in general, and probably one of the things you now think that the gunworks probably was built, or like the cannon was built to defend against some of these.
What type of
these
giants?
creatures. You think hill giants. But you're pretty sure, at least from the stories you've heard and what Nate, who seems to know more about the actual specifics of giants, seem to share with you. But yeah, sorry, big info dump. But yeah, Manaways are a very strange place, and probably not somewhere you're glad you're not traveling in them for long. But there are also mana storms and everything which kind of
Basically,
appear
it's
at
like,
random.
don't touch anything. Avoid what looks like storms of magic.
Yeah, you would think you'd want to get to shelter pretty quickly if you saw something like this.
Good lord.
Indeed. But
Not a good place.
not an easy place to live. That's for sure. It's
Are Nex and Geb still like players in the world?
yeah. It's funny for me and the other campaign I played in Geb. Geb is a very unusual place. I won't go too much. I mean, you can probably decide to know how much you know about Geb, I guess. But what you at least everyone knows is Geb is the land of the undead. It is completely not. I mean, there are those living who reside in there, but those people outside would think that is the undead land, basically, where they're just like roam and they try to have their form of society. Who knows how Earth functions? But it is
so like
ruled
sentient undead.
Yes, it is ruled and lived in by sentient undead. With
like
also,
or whatever.
What's that?
The King of Gab is called Ghost King Gab. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that would be at least common in the story.
Is that a reaction to the war between the two countries, or they were
Ghost
undead
King
before?
Geb is the original one who was at war with Nex. It's like the 1,000-year-old ghost. I mean, like back in the war, like you said, but with this thing that led to the Manaways, he created a huge amount of undead to just work in the armies, and basically anyone who died became an undead to continue to be in the army. And you think like you're not sure. How I guess you've probably seen that just continue on from there. Like they didn't see a change in it.
Okay, that's where Nex is. That's where
Geb is. Yeah, exactly. It's almost like the no man's land between them. Nex, I mean, I also know a little bit less about because I haven't played a campaign in there. But I don't know. I think Nex right now is a fairly.
Yeah, it's still. As far as I know a little bit because it tells
me
the
real
about
basics. Like none of you guys are experts, but like. Do you know any but it is like a functioning country, right? Like
there's this, and it's also I think what is most known about it is the high. There's a lot of high magics there. Like it's ruled by the most powerful wizards and stuff. I think there's like a council or whatever.
Cool. Yeah, so it's very much
a lot of academies. Yeah.
Exactly. Like okay. Cool. And yeah, Quantium is capital Nex, and Mektar is capital in Geb. These two big cities you can see here. And yeah, Manaway is no. Cool. Yeah. So maybe you had some chats about this as continue on throughout the day. As you talk about this, it's kind of weird, scary place you're going towards, and you hope the gunworks is really barely in the Manaways. Hopefully you don't really have many dealings of these crazy encounters that you've heard tales about.
Okay.
And the day ends after you make it a few more miles. But unfortunately, due to you had to travel a little bit off for that, but you still get 12, 20 miles. And yeah, like I said, you kind of pass the highest point that you think at least you have to go, and you begin, you think, in the morning to like descend downwards towards this more barren sort of wasteland, and then maybe hopefully it's only a couple of days from there onto the lake.
Do we know if the lake that's there is that similarly affected by the mana wasty bullshit?
So the at least you think, you're not sure, you think it's probably in a dead magic zone, or at least part of it is. It's quite big, so it's probably unlikely all of it is. But the gunworks, it's built onto the side of Lake Australia, and kind of uses its water as like a source for its factories and everything, and put all the pollutants or whatever in. So you think it's likely that at least part of it is the area of the gunworks. But it probably is a pretty big lake, and the dead magic zones aren't huge.
Gotcha.
Cool. Then yes, you have another evening that is quiet, and then you continue on in the next day as you head down the side of the mountain towards the Manor Wastes.
Fun.
Okay, indeed. About 11 a.m. You're kind of going around this. You're kind of at the side. You're at a mountain passes. It's quite wide. I don't know, it's not like you're, it's a bad climb or something like that. This one, you do think, by the way, based on all this, the journeys, like walking through this, it would be possible to take a caravan, you think, up this pass. There are areas probably which might need a little bit of work, like, kind of like smoothing over, or, getting like some stuff to clear a path. But you think it'd probably be possible. And then you come to the bits where you have like kind of like the cliff on one side, and you're like some stony outcroppings on the side, and you're kind of walking around. And you see in front of you, kind of along this path, there is a body kind of in the middle of the path. It looks, maybe now you kind of turn the corner to get there. It's maybe like, I don't know, roughly 100 or something feet away from you. That's a good round number. And you can kind of see, what's that?
Spyglass.
You're looking really detailed, and you kind of stop everybody.
Does it look like it's moving and breathing?
Yeah, okay, yeah, so you really stand, you probably, I guess you stop the body for a second. No, it appears certainly to be a dead body, and probably dead for at least, you're kind of in like a, I don't know, a bit of a exposed element to the body, probably quite obviously dead. It doesn't seem to be that picked up by birds, actually. It looks almost a bit more like it's been kind of left out in the elements, which is surprising for just, like a body left somewhere like here.
The mana waste still, right? Like, are there even vultures that want to risk? Do vultures even want to risk the mana wastes?
Right now you're kind of in the shattered range.
It's like mutated vultures.
Yeah. Exactly, mutated vultures.
That's a thought.
No, but you see, it looks from the figure. You think it's probably some sort of spellcaster is your visual look, or from looking at it, you see the body's kind of like lying on its side, and you see like a staff kind of like laying, like I'm not sure if it's a magic staff, but at least like something you would see casters with a lot, and like lying a couple of feet away, and basically the body looks like they have like robes on and everything, and they do have like an adventuring pack, like kind of still on the body's back, but yeah, so it's clearly, if you kind of look at it, you can give me a medicine check to be like kind of exact, if you want to know like how long it's been dead for.
That's one of those.
That's Johnny's job.
Okay, certainly, yeah, he can obviously get a closer look if you wanted to. Wasn't sure if he's still back.
Yeah, I think we approach hesitantly.
Yeah, so you kind of slowly, we probably still,
I'm looking, because I know everyone else is gonna be looking at the body, so I'm looking more elsewhere for movement. Like
sure, you kind of
honey trap.
Sure. Yeah, you can give me a perception check if you're trying to like scout around and everything. Yeah. So when you kind of you get a bit closer, you look over. Even you don't need to do like much mess checks if you want to be more exact. For sure, the body looks like it's been dead for probably like you would think probably even like more than a few months. Like it's really quite like dried out. The flesh is exactly like tight, and like skin is like kind of really like pulled in, and it's almost looks like a bit mummified. It's also like in very harsh conditions of like the sun above and very exposed. No, you don't see anything untoward. Like it just seems like you're any other part of the path.
Make sure that I have the right weapons out on my character sheet real quickly.
Sure.
If I die, bury me at sea. Don't leave me like this.
Yeah, it's a bit gruesome, really. It's not very nice. Not sure why they would have left.
I'll be honest, I don't know if this would be worse or if like being left to die in the sea would be worse, because
does it look unnatural?
Sea will take care of body.
Unnatural in what way?
That it's so well preserved.
No, not really. Not that unnatural. Like it, I don't think it's. I mean, well preserved. It's weird.
I mean,
It's not being picked at by animals. That part's weird. For sure, that's weird. Like it looks like it's been
Yeah.
almost like I don't know, like left like completely like in an undisturbed area.
As-
There's no birds picking at it, nothing like that.
As a bird person,
Hmm.
doesn't look appetizing, does it?
Not anymore. You would sort of feel a bit appetizing
Maybe
when it
some-
first happened. Maybe.
Yeah, because it's not really the birds, right? It's like insects, like worms or whatever. It's the
Yeah,
thing.
that's true. This is like
Oh,
maggots
yeah.
stuff like this and flies.
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah. So,
Well, yes, if someone voices that concern, I guess I'll be like, Johnny, do you know what killed him? Is he dangerous still?
Hard to say.
you
Maybe I can roll some medicine to figure this out.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to like go closely and examine the body, you can certainly do that. Also, medicine. But I mean,
How
like, it's not like
closely is
if you're-
closely?
I mean, I don't know how far away you are, because like I still don't feel that you got close.
Okay,
up.
that's
If
true.
you're like 20 feet or something, I don't know how far you wanted to be. Like,
Yeah,
if you were,
yeah, no, that's fair enough. Fair enough.
if you were within like
I'll
5
say,
feet, you'd be able to. But it's just hard for mage, right? Like,
It's hard to say unless you look at it closely. But it could have just as well died of exhaustion and no water.
yeah, it's true. It could be like an ill-prepared, traveler.
If he is magician, he must have magic items.
That does go hand in hand.
Magicians are magicians.
I guess
So,
I'll, if
I
everybody
think
has
it's
accident, I'll like start
safe
stalking
to-
towards him.
I think it's safe to pick its pockets. I mean, is it a guy or a woman?
He's not using them.
Considering where we are, we definitely should be careful about some undead bros showing up. But this one seems
Right.
to just lay
Goddamn
around.
Geb.
God damn, yeah. No, I mean, yeah, this one doesn't seem to be moving like another.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
Geb-
just
Geb
stroll
that
on
one,
up.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do like a little bit like a vulture thing where I like circle it on the ground and I'll check for any like shinies that are obviously like laying next to him or something.
There's like a staff that's a couple of feet away from like the body, but beyond that, there's no like the shinies like scattered around
No,
like when you
no
kill
like
it.
gleaming book or something. Okay.
No
Uh,
gleaming book. No. I mean, probably maybe underneath the robes and stuff, right?
I'll kick,
Or, like,
I'll
in
kick
the
the staff over to the rest of the party.
Okay, when you do that, we need to roll initiative.
I'll be right back for that then. Or can I roll first into initiative?
You
Can I
roll
use
first
stealth?
initiative.
Is it going to the map, I measure?
Were you scared? I thought you were kind of like searching or scouting around for like enemies or like.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Okay.
It's there.
We get a +1 then, though?
You
Yep.
do.
But he's the only one doing a death next vision to take it. No one else did.
Yep.
Okay. So the
Stealthy.
body is like kind of. I don't have a token for anything, but it is. I'll draw-
Can you add a encounter real quick so I can
Oh
roll?
yeah,
Because I
of
gotta
course.
grab a drink
Yes, an
before we start.
encounter, yes.
Thank you.
The body is kind of over here. Oh man, that was an awkward color.
That's right, I don't see the body.
The streak continues. I have not rolled above a 10 on an initiative
I
in
don't
like
have an actual
17
body.
combats.
It's just where there's red lines.
Red line?
Please
Oh,
make
yeah.
an X.
Okay, okay.
Please make an X.
Yeah, at least make it.
I did, but it was in the wrong color.
Oh, so
Seems
I'll
like
be
it's
like
gray.
everyone
It's
here then.
half grey, half thing. No, I hate it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're around there.
I like.
Tell you what, you-
I'll be like.
What's that?
here.
Okay. 1 second. I need to now delete this line because it's triggering me. Ah, that's good. Wait, sorry. It's like whoever that was, who I deleted.
Me.
No, okay. Alright, whoever's. Okay, Miha, we keep yours. Okay, so you do that. Sorry, quickly move yourself onto something I have to look at. So,
Oh, what do you mean?
Uh,
There's nothing there.
nothing there. The ground around you, it seems to shake a little bit.
It's kind of hard to. What the hell is that?
It's Hill Giant, Hill Giant. Imagine this entire mountain is just one big giant.
Yeah. Potential. Man, nature's
What
so
is
far.
magic?
You're so far away, huh? Crazy guys. Okay, Nate, but your first reaction, you're not sure exactly what's happening, but you see the earth around Crixel, especially like right next to him, begin to almost like shift a little bit.
Oh. I shout, Crixel, back off! Now I guess I'll move forward a bit too. Like to 25, I
You
guess.
have 20, right? You were wearing the plate armor.
Oh yeah, damn it. 20. It runs right. And then, I mean, I don't see anything. Yeah, I guess. The ground here, where I moved to, is still, I guess, right?
Yeah, that's still. It almost looks like the ground, almost like around the body, kind of like maybe not like directly underneath the body, but almost like in different places around it. It's hard to tell exactly, because it's very quick and sudden happening. But you kind of see part of probably what was causing it as. Wait, do you have one more action left? Or...
Yeah, I have
Okay.
one action left, yeah.
But you. Yeah.
Draw your weapon, I imagine.
Oh yeah, maybe you would have drawn it right when you saw like the body. You're like walking
Yeah.
up slowly. I think that's fair. I think at
Yeah.
least I said he had a weapon.
Yeah, because Alter says make sure to
Yeah.
have the weapons ready.
Yep. Yeah, so you still have one action.
I mean, ready on attack.
Okay.
What?
Sorry, that's two actions.
Two
Ready.
actions.
Two actions to ready and attack.
So that's the body, by the way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, the ground almost like in a couple of places around it is like started to like shake almost a little bit. Like the earth is
Damn
like
it, Crixel.
starting to like move. Sorry, so was there anything you would want to do?
Nah.
No,
I'm
okay.
I'll just trying to call Crixel back.
Yeah, try and call Crixel out. Okay. So then you see
And I get swallowed.
on the side. Something comes as you're not really in the
An Irishman.
scene, exactly. No. A thing burrows out through the ground.
Mr. Sandman.
Mr. Sandman. Sorry, but it burrows, so it actually burrows, so it ends up being next to you, not over there. It was underground somewhere. Yeah, so you did one action like unburrow itself, and yeah, it kind of basically formed itself out of the earth, and then like almost comes as like just very Sandman-y looking thing from there. And yes, it tries then to basically just punch you with a fist.
Fair enough.
Strike. Exactly, fair enough. Ooh, but misses. It tries again, Ooh, hits with the second one. And you take 19 bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
Yeah, it's a pretty powerful fist. It's got a lot of force behind it.
Alright.
Here's a question: did it roll really well at its damage, or did that just like baseline good damage?
Yeah, who can know? Who can know? We'll find out the next time. But that is a whole turn. Crixel.
Alright. I will.
There is still some shaking going on, by the way, around you. So you think there are
Gotcha.
potentially other things as well.
I will do a
Anyway.
Drifter Juke.
Mm-hmm.
Turn my music.
Music now works, but actually, stops. You don't say Johnny all the time.
Oh, well,
However fun that was.
Weird.
You don't hear yours? What? Other
No.
people hear this?
Nope.
No.
Sorry.
What?
Okay, but I'm gonna for my first action.
Just this week,
so
nothing of
Drifter
the
Juke.
void.
Drifter Juke, okay.
So first I'm gonna strike with my short sword.
Okay.
You move in and out. You stab, make a strike, stab, and make another strike. Oh, I have to stab first, huh?
No,
Okay,
we can
so-
choose not to make that if you want.
Yeah, okay, well, whatever. Yeah, so I'll do just a strike then.
Mhm.
I mean, I'll like step over here if I can.
Sure. Yeah, why not?
You
Bam,
can step
and
back
then-
and right once, right?
Yeah, you can also do that.
If you wanted to.
Sure, yeah, it doesn't really
Because
matter.
then you could actually get some distance away from him.
Bam. Ooh, 17.
Ooh,
That's a
that's a
hit.
hit.
Or
Very close to crit, but it's just hard for you to know exactly where to strike, which is why you think you.
yeah, just like somewhere into the center of the mass, just slash some sand away.
But yeah, you can make a cut. You know, the sand starts to form it up, but you know, there's like almost like a seam of where you can see the wound is still there.
Alright. I'm imagining the juke, by the way, is just like me hopping on one leg and like almost like a bird. Like
Okay, yeah. Very hard to hit that bird when it's pecking at things, you know.
Exactly. And then step away with my second step, and then strike with my gun.
Okay, you blow a hole in it.
Oh, I'll try
Hopefully.
it. Oh, this is -5. Shit.
Oh, okay,
So,
not a good then.
yeah, so just say it. For way less damage. Okay, 14.
Hey, not bad. Yes, and then yeah, so a nice little stab with it through the sand, a little step back, and yeah, it kind of punches a hole that it's kind of slow to reseal, but it's still kind of there.
Okay, and then I'll step here. So stride here. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so yeah, it's 2 actions, right? That's saying whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So that was my. Wait, do I not reload? No, I won't reload. Okay.
You're not real. Okay, cool. Okay, so before you can act out here, something else bows out of ground, right next to where Crixel was a second ago. A very strange looking creature.
What the fuck is this? What the hell?
Used to be a frog.
He used to be a frog. And so that's one action to
Is
bow.
that 3 eyes? Or is
Yeah,
it
it's got some 3 eyes. Three eyes,
eyes.
kind of looking at. 3 eyes, 3 eggs, and three arms.
That's so weird.
It's pretty damn weird. And it
Triple.
it burrows out,
And 3 jaws.
and then exactly. You can see, by the way, when they moved through it, it kind of left no sort of thing beneath it. Like it just kind of glides through kind of effortlessly.
Both of them?
Yes.
Hmm.
And then this one uses a second action to move over to. It tries to chase you at Crixel, but it can't get quite far enough. But it could have bowed out here and then done a second action, of course. So then uses 2 and yeah, it could have. Yeah, it was just like 5 feet below, so it really does like plenty of space, or like 10 feet below. But it has plenty of room. So it goes up towards you, kind of ignores Nate almost, as it kind of goes up and then tries to bite you
But
with this
Nate
horrible sort of-
doesn't ignore him.
No, that's true. Nate does.
Apparently he does.
Nate, you ignore him yet?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, he just kind of strides, ignoring you. Oh, and you stab it hard with the pike. Okay, then it actually doesn't go that far. It only goes here before it then changes its mind and attacks you.
Haha. Thank you.
And then tries to take a bite out
Oh,
of
sad.
you. Ooh, that's a nat 20 for me. Critical.
See, that was meant for me. So thank you.
Yeah.
Oof, for 42 piercing damage. As just these maws kind of close like on your shoulder, rip out a great big chunk of flesh. Okay. Before you can act, another one of these weird sand things comes out from the ground over here. It also could have bowed a little bit differently, but it doesn't matter, they don't have that much movement. So it also uses 2 actions to Oh, what the fuck? No, his speed's insane! What? Okay, no, instead, it basically, kind of almost like comes out a little bit, so you kind of like see his head poking out, kind of like, a diglet or something, then kind of goes in, and then just like reappears, like kind of don't even really see it moving up, and like reappears over down here. Kind of just like, it kind of glides underground, so you can't even really see it moving at all. It kind of just pops out almost just like it's teleporting to you. And that's only 1 action. That's only a bow 50. Can you believe? Holy shit! And then tries to punch you, Crixel. Oh, but they just miss you. Oh, just misses you. I'll have you know. And tries to punch you with the second one.
Hey, Nate got
Oh, and that 19 on the second one though.
Are these guys evil, by the way?
No. So the second punch however does hit you. for 21 bludgeoning this time.
Yes.
I'll tell you your turn.
Okay.
The ground, very angry.
We're going to be pretty damn it. Good. So you don't hear outside many people now.
No, I refresh now. I hear it.
That's good.
I heard pretty sneak, but I don't hear anything now. But I'll refresh later because it takes for fucking ever for
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Goddamn America. All right.
You run over.
Yep. Target this one, and I do take like a wide berth just in case it had an attack opportunity.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you got the movement for it, right?
I do.
Target this one.
Yep. And I'll strike it. I go for the sand neck.
The sand neck. Ah, yes.
Mm.
Right, that's a solid hit.
Okay. For some damage.
Gonna stab. Yeah, you go for the neck. It seems necks are apparently sneak attackable on these sand things as well. They seem
Yeah.
to not be immune to precision or whatever.
Nice. And then, fuck it, I'll go for a second.
Ooh,
Oh,
unfortunately,
so close
though,
to the 20. So close to the 20.
Which that time it manages to kind of turn, and you just nick a little bit of sand
by
and
the
things
way-
things back.
Oh, no, forget it. I guess it's the flat footed is applied to the guy, right?
Yeah, it is.
Mm.
It is. It knows everything. Cool. Okay, good stuff. Johnny, your turn.
No other enemies popping up. Okay, that's
Well, you know, they could always go
Fine.
even lower than you, right? It's possible, I guess.
that rarely happens, but sure. You know what? These sand creatures of Earth. Maybe they
getting
can
worse.
burrow. They can just fuck off.
Yeah, turn them into mud or something.
Whoa.
I was gonna make a pillar of water, but I think they'll just fuck off underground and reappear, and it's not that great. Let's see if water has any extra effects on fur. They're both barely injured.
Hardness
I will-
increases by 5. They're now wet mud. Wet sand. Much more hard version of dry sand.
Fuck. They start falling apart, you know, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you weren't so opposed to fire, I would suggest that, because, right, melt them.
Nah. That
Just turn into glass.
that definitely makes
Yeah.
them harder. Or solid and dangerous.
Glass is, like,
Um,
super shatterable.
These are
Not in bulk.
Some Yu-Gi-Oh! As rules right here.
I'm gonna do a spout. So
Okay.
Bam! Straight in this sand bitch's
And
face.
the one right in front of you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it seems even though they are, made of sand and they seem to bow very quickly, they don't seem to be that like an agile when they're actually fighting. It is quite, slow, muscular movement, so it tries to get out the way. But I mean, I say this, I'm going to roll really well on the saves, so it doesn't matter.
You are.
Okay, yeah,
Crystal.
it succeeds, but it only succeeds on that 17. I'm like, come on, that's, should be a critical success.
Of course you rolled.
It takes half. They seem to take the water normally. It doesn't seem to have any special effect with them. The patch sort of like
Okay.
hard, like where it gets wet, but seems to not to seem to
Got
affect the
it,
movement
got
very
it.
much beyond that.
And then I'm gonna do a nice little guidance on Nick.
Nice.
Yes.
Cool. That's your turn. Eh?
Yep, that's my turn.
And believe it or not, one of them did roll less than you.
Ah.
And you see let's go a final time. This one's very far away. Let me check their bow speed. Okay, so they have to do 2 actions as they
Another
under
photo.
bow. Woo. This one, really rocky. This is a rock one, not a sand one.
What the fuck?
And it uses 2 actions basically to come down to here. And then tries to just punch you. Yeah, just punch you for
Does Nate
Punch.
have the double attack of opportunity thing yet?
I think that's level 10 or some shit.
Quite there.
And they do manage to meet. You feel your plate on the like crumble or crunch kind of beneath the heavy fist, and you take 20 bludgeoning, Miha.
He's on 62. He'd be at 9 HP.
But that's the turn. Nate, now you.
Okay, so first I'll strike the injured Sandman.
The Sand Sentry, have you noticed actually, then?
What's the name?
Okay. Sand Sentry.
Sand Sentry. Ooh.
Sounds cool.
Oh,
That is a
Okay.
hit with the flanking.
despite the roll.
Despite the roll, you have such innate skill.
That's for real.
Okay, yeah.
The guy's injured, so that's at least something. Then
You-
I'll use the British shove on the guy, on the frog guy, I guess.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I think he's a plant.
Oh, plant.
Yeah, actually still seems to be made out of kind of like earth and everything, like the others. Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah, hero points.
sure. Ooh, that's just a hit, but a very solid hit. Nice.
Yeah, and I'll
Any damage?
push the guy away.
Yeah, are you over here or something? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll use another British shove, this time on the
Ooh.
stone giant.
fucking shoving them all the way.
Yeah, and I'll use the guidance.
Nice.
So,
-10.
Oh, Mira, yeah, just stabs it in hard. Wow, yeah, you just shove every single way from you.
yeah.
Shoved over here. You can kind of like, just like gesturing with pushing them back with the pike.
But,
Nice.
He didn't seem
Yeah,
to
that's
like take
quite
any less damage from that.
No,
So, cool.
pretty sick. Yeah, that's very nice at shoving. You can have a hero point. That's a very defending your friends, shoving away the enemies. Just like gonna kill it.
Defending myself.
Exactly, defending. No, Quicksil, you're defending. Quicksil.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
hiding behind you like a damsel.
Okay. And use this one back here. Is there anything cool they can do? Not really. It kind of goes underneath the ground and starts burrowing. So you kind of lose sight of it for a second. Then it pops out over here. Behind out there. And then goes to try to punch you in the back as you kind of like just hear the sand kind of form behind you out there, and as soon as you kind of turn around and see it, like a fist sort of blindsides you.
By the way, you don't get flat-footed.
Oh, he doesn't get flat-footed?
No.
Ooh,
No,
okay.
I
I have deny advantage.
Nice. That's nice. So that doesn't automatically happen in like the roll very well. And then yeah,
Well, assuming
What
you get,
level
if
or
they're at my
level?
level or lower.
yeah,
Yes.
they are.
Okay.
But it just doesn't normally do it. But they do still hit, I'm afraid.
I would have used on the first
so
attack.
how much is that? Then?
+2.
So you have 26. It meets,
yeah,
I'm
where is
afraid.
What's it called
Yeah.
again? Fucking.
Nimble dodge.
Oh,
Nimble
yeah,
dodge.
nimble dodge.
I'm just not seeing. Why? do
Yeah,
I
I see it
not
in your
see
class feeds. Number 1 class feed. But
I see
yeah.
the Rogue's racket, sneak attack, surprise attack, deny advantage, weapon.
No,
charge,
that's your
evasion.
class features. It's in your class feeds. It's like something you
Oh,
took
there it
specifically.
is. Okay.
Yeah. But unfortunately, the 26 is
Still hits.
exactly what it rolled. So you
Okay.
take 18 of bludgeoning,
Mhm.
and then it tries just to punch you again.
Yep.
Oh, and it hits again.
Okay.
Yeah. Oof, another 21.
Ouch.
That's
no bueno.
Yeah. Your turn now, Quicksilver.
Okay. First action, I will tempt it. I will reload. See.
They do not seem to react. They kind of focus
Okay.
on outer teams.
Nice. And then I will. See this guy. Yeah, I'll focus on the guy right next to me. I'll just do like the Trinity, like dodge this, put the gun.
Oh man, you
On
got
the side
something to
of his
dodge
head.
with this one.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my hero point either way. If
Oh,
it
okay,
fails.
okay. Sure.
The strike.
Won't need to. You're gonna
Go.
naturally.
Oh, sorry. Could I've used my drifted juke?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just not-
You can choose your either order, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
Nice. Yeah, that's a solid hit.
Here's the question: would that have helped? Because could you have stepped into flanking?
It
or
wouldn't
you not-
change
Well,
your
not with a
range
gun,
weapons,
yeah.
sadly. You can't.
Right.
Solid hit,
So
so
that's 10.
Mhm.
Then I will do the ship here, and then I'll strike with my blade.
now.
Yeah, for now, the flanking. Striking short sword. Oh, -4.
Nice.
Hey.
Solid hit.
For 13.
Yeah, it seems to be badly injured now. The sand is kind of falling apart. You see kind of holes like left behind now don't seem to be filling themselves.
Very cool. That's all I got.
That's all you got. Don't you still want? Oh no, you reloaded, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good thing.
3 badly injured.
Exactly.
And one of theirs.
Goes the bow into the earth. It does provoke.
Okay, I will happily.
Recover, I'm sorry.
You hit it. Ooh, unfortunate damage, however. It does burrow in and then reappear over here. And then you see like the 3 kind of claws that are all kind of going at like the 3 angles. Like they each reach out. So one reaches out to you, Johnny, and one reaches out to you, Crixel and Nate. They try to like slash you almost like in a frenzy, almost like spins around a bit as it does it. I'll do the first one against Johnny.
And hit on top.
Hits you, Johnny. For 15 slashing. Next one against you, Crixel. Ooh, critical miss. This claw goes wide, kind of above where your head is, so you're not quite a
Got worried when you
Yeah.
started. Critical.
Ooh, critical. And
You never know with the animation.
The final claw swings over. Ooh, and just makes contact with you, Nate. Wait, why does it say your AC is... Wait, what's your AC right now? It says it...
25, I guess.
Oh my god, okay. No, this guy's actually flanking. I didn't even realize. Holy shit. Wow, I didn't
He's
even realize it's so
flanking?
tactical. Apparently these things have reached 10 feet with their long fucking arms.
Holy shit.
Oh, sad.
Crazy. Okay, then it hits because of the flank. Wow, these guys are way smarter than me.
That's crazy.
For 11 slashing on you, Nate. Okay. This one's turn. It's focused on you out there. You kind of just like you slash in the throat. It begins with a. Can they do anything cool?
I mean,
cool
that's
skills.
fine, but he did just get shot and slashed
He
by a
did
bird.
get shot. I forgot about that.
I did all dodge this.
Yeah, it'll punch each of you. It'll punch Crystal first, you right? Then it'll punch you. There we go. Alright. Oh, just meet your AC, Chris. We're so good at meeting the AC. For 14 bludgeoning. And then turns to you out there.
Mhm.
But misses. You saw it, how it aims.
Hallelujah.
And then you see it actually like kind of burrows into the earth. Like, and it seems to go like, you're not sure how far down, but it probably gets a little bit deeper. You can't like even see like the top layer of the earth moving.
Shit,
So I'm
okay.
gonna hide it from the map now. But it's then your turn out.
Okay. I use mobility.
Mm-hmm.
To
Oh, nice,
deny
yeah.
advantage. I don't know if any of them have it, but I will
Sure. You won't be sure about it.
Yeah. move back to there to be
Mhm.
flanking plant dude, and then I will. Attack
He's
him.
he's an earth creature, not a plant.
He looks so much like a
Yeah, the top part of him looks like a carnivorous plant, like a...
Yeah, it's true. He does look pretty kind of good. I don't know. I didn't make the art.
Oh, come on.
Is a hit also?
Yeah, I'm just wondering if I want to.
He does say
reload,
after this as well.
It's a natural 9. I've not rolled well. Fuck, I'll keep it. Just get the damage out.
Okay, I will say it doesn't seem to be put off guard by you actually, as you kind of ever find it. It seems like each of the eyes are almost like looking in different directions, like kind of it's like kind of staring fixated on you as you kind of like run away or run around it.
It's
So
also a rogue.
No, it has
Apparently.
it has it's completely different. What is it called? We can see in all directions simultaneously. That isn't why out there can do it.
Well, are those eyes also looking in separate directions?
I don't think he has eyes on the back of his head like this guy. Yeah, but it still says it's Judah. It still says Judah flanking in your thing, right? And this says it cannot be flanked. So it still says enemy flat-footed, Judah flanking.
Yeah, if it's yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I actually checked these. But 14 damage, pretty good.
Yeah, consider I didn't get sneak attack. Yep.
Yeah,
And then I will, I guess, go for another one.
Okay.
Even though, like, I don't like attacking this guy. Because it kind of undoes the whole class ability.
Ooh, but another solid hit.
Yeah.
Who needs class abilities? Okay, yeah, it's pretty badly injured now, by all that's similar to you guys. Johnny, your turn. You're muted. Tommy.
He's got 3 badly injured allies.
Yeah, everyone's pretty badly injured in fights.
Yeah, it's not gone too well, has it?
It's a little
No.
brutal.
It's not gone. Can't believe
Who knew sand could be so hard?
So, feint would still work, though, or
Feint,
no? Because feint makes them flat-footed. They're basically
No,
immune to
they're immune to
flat-footed.
flanking. They're immune to flanking. And gang up says due to flanking, they're flat-footed. But they are not. So, like, you basically can flank. You're still flanking, even if you're not on opposite sides. But they're only immune to flanking. They're not immune to flat-footed.
Gotcha.
So if you're invisible.
Yes, that would also work, yeah. If he has a way to do that, I don't see.
I do not.
But nice idea, yeah. If you're the
I'm assuming
for sure.
eventually, you know.
You know, one day.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, so far I've been kind of opposed to magic, but you never know.
You're going in mana waste after all, you know.
It a lot of magic.
That's
with the bomb
gonna
as
help
well,
my
right?
love
So-
of magic.
Right. We are gonna cast a spell. I'll cast this spell.
Damn, that's a
Ooh,
lot.
that's a long
Aqueous
spell.
Orb.
It's a long fucking spell.
Need a. Can I place it on my own? I don't think so.
Creatures
Kind of
must
this
save.
sort of draw.
Open
a sphere.
collect. Creatures move through. Any large or smaller creature whose space or price moves through can have temporary reflex save.
I guess just
Okay.
move. I guess just something like this. I don't know. I can make it blue. Where's it going?
It's going like above Nate, and it's gonna roll over the rocky guy.
Whoa! Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah.
So what happens when that happens?
It's
wrong,
just
I'm not reading this
reflex
shit.
save. Yes, a reflex save, or if it fails, it's grabbed and will move along with the orb.
Nice. Okay, so reflex save. Yeah, pretty big, slow-looking rock. Oh yeah, it fails.
Nice.
It becomes grabbed. Yeah, the
So it's
orb
grabbed and it's inside. It's like floating inside the orb.
floating inside the order. Nice, and that's how far they could move, right? I wasn't sure. If
The orb moves 10. I can move it 10 feet along the ground, so it's like next to him, and this movement I think is 10 feet, right?
yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah. So it grabbed him, and it's like he's now floating inside it. It's grabbed.
he's probably over there now, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
He moves.
and the next thing, who goes next to the party? Nate. Definitely. I'm gonna give guidance
is
to
breath? I need to see.
Crixel.
You see, these guys need to hold their breath.
Yo.
Man, it's so weird when it's like, what? Hold your breath. I don't know how it works.
I mean, I'm assuming he has a pretty good athletics.
Yeah, it's okay. It's swimming DC 10. Yeah. But swimming probably pretty bad at. So it doesn't swim very far. Cool. So now, you have one more action? Oh no, you got it. Sorry. So who are you going to?
Me.
Do Crixel.
You. Okay, its turn. Yeah, I guess it tries to just swim out. It looks like it's not very used to swimming, but it seems pretty strong. So it kind of just like pulls itself almost just against the water as it tries to swim. I guess it tries to swim out like right to the just one to the left, so it kind of escapes water as quickly as possible. I'll just roll some athletics. DC 10, huh? It does indeed manage to swim out, but it ends up here. But there's like one action just to swim out. And then it's not as fast as some of the others. So it uses its second action to kind of go around the water and go over to. Wait, is that 25? Can't see. God damn it, thing's on the way. 10. Yeah, exactly. So then moves over here with its second action.
Provoking.
And then. Oh, yeah, it does provoke.
It doesn't have to.
Did you
but
use it? No, you haven't used it. Have you used it? No, you haven't?
No.
The
Oh,
one that,
yeah. I
it-
think
it-
yeah.
I thought so.
You're right.
Yeah, this one bowed over, yeah. Cool, so yeah, then it walks over and tries to smack you. Oh, it has reach, right? So I guess it stays here. doesn't
Yeah.
it? Oof. Hits you.
Mhm. How hard?
Oh, Jesus. 23 bludgeoning.
Jesus.
23.
That was a pretty good roll for me. But it is now your turn.
Hmm.
kill the fucking eggplant.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, this is called a Zorn, you know?
A sword.
Is that an
With an
X or a
X?
Z?
With an X.
I remember something like that called that in 5e.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah? I've never heard
They look
these
quite
before.
different.
Yeah. Is it?
Good
Oh, that's
job,
what I'm
you.
thinking.
Or there's
I'm
something
thinking.
like a Zorn. Maybe, yeah. Let me go look.
This looks very interesting. Very, yeah.
Oh,
There's
I
a
guess-
resemblance.
Yeah, you're right. There is. Yeah, they look like this. In 5e.
It's like I didn't steal your homework kind of
This
thing.
guy.
Oh, yeah.
This guy.
Three
They
balls,
definitely-
3
they look
eyes,
a
a
lot-
big stomach, 3 legs. You know?
Wrong.
They just,
But they look a lot bigger.
mean,
I'll
Less
use,
plenty.
I'll use knockdown on this guy.
you use knockdown. Okay, cool.
So try to strike first.
Oh,
Sad.
you have that hero point I gave you, right?
Even with flanking.
Yeah, even. Oh.
Yeah, no
It
flank.
can't be flanked. It can't be
Oh,
flanked.
you're right. You're fucking goddamn this thing.
Yeah, honestly, should
It needs to die.
I
It
mean,
needs to die
yeah.
now.
I guess I can reroll this. Why not?
Yeah. Beat it, scrub.
Yeah.
Hey!
The back
Yeah.
though.
You keep the hero point here. That's how it looks. Oh, so that's 2 actions gone. I'm afraid. Oof.
Yeah. Then I guess I'll use the British shove on the stone guy.
Oh, sure. The way the music's. Oh, it was
This
playing.
combat is not going well for us, guys.
What do you mean? It's about to do so well.
It's
a hit. That's a hit.
Yeah, it's a hit.
Basically, we need Kirksel to kill
Bam,
this stupid
bam,
Zorn, or
bam.
we're
Bad
fucked.
damage.
I'll
Also,
try.
yeah.
Oh.
Why did you take 17?
No idea.
Maybe.
He
As
just
a-
he felt bad about this action, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And then it gets pushed back.
Yeah, gets pushed back.
Okay.
So that
On this one's turn, does his old go through the earth, come out again, right next to you now, Johnny. You know, imagine doesn't like all this water, doesn't want to get turned into mush,
Oh no.
and then tries to punch you.
Ow.
Oof, hits you. You're a tank, right?
With your powers combined, you could make a badass sandcastle.
19 bludgeoning, and tries to
Ow.
punch you again. Ah, but this time you manage to get out of the way. You see the fist coming. That is it turn. So,
And I will do. I'll try to focus on this eggplant.
Zorn.
We'll do a reloading strike.
I feel like
Anything for
someone.
Jeebus.
I don't know why it really looks so weird. Alright?
Eggplant made out of stone, you know. 25, so that's a hit. Cool.
That's a hit. Just about a hit.
16.
Okay.
So I've got my gun reloaded, so then I'll do a Drister's Juke again. Oh yeah! I'll stab. Wait, is it strike, stab, strike, stab? What is it? What's the order again?
I think it's step,
Step,
strike,
strike, step, strike.
Yeah.
I think it was
You're not
step
getting
first.
flanking right
Yeah,
now
step
anyway.
strike,
so it
step
doesn't
strike.
matter.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, but you can skip the steps.
So
You
yeah,
can
but
choose
step
But you might want to
here.
get away from it, you know. I don't know.
I want to get away from everything.
Okay. Okay.
And then I'll use my guidance and shoot this guy in the face.
Oh yeah, nice, nice.
Do I?
Oh,
Do I waste one
going
bullet on
for-
that? No, I'll just do a melee actually. I'll just do a melee.
Waste the bullet.
First.
And then. Oh, this is -5.
Ooh, -5. Okay, that's a hit then.
Normal hit. Okay. For another 60.
Ooh, okay, okay. It's pretty near death now.
Oh my
Ah.
god. Still up though.
Yeah,
have to
now
hit
it's
the
kind of.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna step
That's easy.
to final action. I'll like try to do a little bind here.
That, by the way, you move into range of the stone.
Oh,
block.
that's true. He's got a reach. He's a long arm boy. I'll go below them. Okay.
Oh, you don't take a shot though?
Wait, no.
Crossbow,
Wait. Oh
like
yeah,
Step
right.
strike
So
after,
the first
yeah.
one was a reloading strike. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
I was surprised why you need the strike, but the second one was a shot.
Definitely
Yeah,
just
that's true. That's true.
kill this fucker.
Yeah.
Do I take? Do I do it with the gun now?
It has to be a
Yeah.
gunshot. They have to be one range.
Ah,
one
you're
melee.
right.
You
You're
can't
right,
shoot.
you're right. Okay, fine. -10 then.
No.
No, I'm afraid. Yeah, you're too much dodging and ducking around. You know, and hop kind
You
of.
could knock 3 of us down right now.
Get a little spooky.
Maybe it has a cooldown on this.
Do we do like a little
I
reroll
doubt it.
maybe? Do we do a reroll? Plus
Right.
8.
has
YOLO.
24. Alright, fine.
Oh.
Okay, I got it back. Got it back.
Keep that hero point. Wow, the hero point's been pretty. Right. Alrighty. It begins by trying actually to knock down Nate. He's
Do
been.
you get a failure effect on the gun?
Oh fuck! Yes, he does have a critical fail on the gun where it explodes in its face and does like acid
I
damage.
mean,
You
sorry
right.
for the
Right.
reminder, but
You right. You right. Good call. Good call.
Son of a bitch.
What happens on this gun again?
Yeah.
Big boom. I feel what happens. On a natural 1, the weapon fires and you take 1d12 acid damage.
Alright.
Alright.
oh,
Oh my
Damn,
fucking
man.
god. Holy shit.
right in the face.
Would a plus would a 20 have hit? Because you didn't use my thingy that I gave it, did I?
Funny with
Oh,
not.
that was last time.
Funny with
No, I think he used it on the first.
Is it on my
time.
second strike?
You should have removed it. I don't know. This is-
Yeah, I should have.
It begins by trying to trip up you, Nate. With
Wow.
athletics. Holy shit, I roll a nat 1, so it knocks itself prone. Holy crap. Okay. Wow, that's a really lucky nat. Alrighty, so yeah,
Yeah.
it gets prone. And I
Roll before me.
guess it tries to stand up, I guess.
Which provokes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Fuck. Wow, okay, bit swingy. Yeah. Okay, stands up at least.
Yeah, but
Yeah, let's see that tackle. Oh my god, and that one's coming in insane.
Why
Okay.
so many ones?
I mean, did you gave me back the heal point, right?
Yeah, I can use it.
Yeah,
That's true. You
gotta
can
go
use
for it again.
Yeah.
Hey.
Nice. And yeah,
Hey.
you stab it hard as it stands up on its feet. Yeah, and that is enough to kind of reels in pain, kind of goes
Thank
limp.
Beavis.
And it is, yeah, lying on the ground now. Okay, so can't use fraction. Okay, the one that is burrowing.
What are my damage rolls then?
Right, they're pretty terrible.
Yeah.
On the burrows, yeah, just next to you, Nate,
Yeah.
and tries to finish the job by punching you. It just hits.
Okay. 4.
Ooh, 22 bludgeoning damage.
Ah, damn.
You got all damage with like these guys.
I have 17 left. So
Okay, and then there's one action left. Bows down into the earth again.
That is right.
Oh,
Okay.
Ian, was this thing the same level as us or lower? Or the same level as or higher? Sorry.
Yes.
Does it? Do I get a charge?
Yeah, I think so. It seems, yeah, I think technically, yeah, these creatures also, I bet they're not constructs or anything. Yeah, you get kind of feel it's a little bit weird. This one, maybe not as a normal soul from material plane,
No.
perhaps, but it does fill it maybe with a little bit of a strange color, like kind of brown greeny, not greeny, browny, like gem glows. Oh yes, you run around. So nature initiative should change to just before. Oh, did it already? No, just before the other one, right? Yeah. Here. Okay, yeah. After you run around the side.
Yep, do the mobility thing now, please. Come on. Gotta be. I'm gonna re-roll.
Yeah, it just barely managed to get out of the way of that strike. Ooh, that's a crit.
These guys can be flanked, right?
43. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah. You just fucking just like slice through a huge mass and almost like pours out like blood. Like the sand sort of gushes out.
Yeah. Oh, nice. And now it is. Yeah, it's flat-footed to everyone.
Exactly.
Not just
huge.
Me. And now follow it up with a second attack. Fuck me.
No. Afraid that time it manages to react to target away. Johnny.
I will sustain my spell and roll the ball one down and one to the left. Or I guess diagonally and left.
Diagonally and left.
So like this and then there.
Wait, so it should end up over here. And this one should be in the bottom left of it.
Yeah,
if
sure.
it fails. Kind of, right?
Yep.
Okay, that'll
If
be
it fails,
maybe.
of course.
Let's say 25, right?
25, yes. 25? Shouldn't be 27. No, 25, yeah.
Oh, it meets the DC, so it passes.
Oh, piece of shit.
Yeah, it rolled a natural 17. Jesus.
Some success, nothing happens.
Nothing happens, right? They just manage to
Yeah,
avoid it.
they managed to like get out of it.
Yeah, you could, yeah. No, of course you don't use action to sustain again, I guess. Yeah, it avoids being engulfed.
Nah,
if it succeeds, you can either let the orc path. Yeah, it just lets you pass. Yeah.
In that case, I'm gonna do bright shot at it.
You don't want to save Nate?
Nah.
Nate will survive. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine, but we need to take out the big guy.
Nate's pretty good at that, I think.
Not as good as Johnny though.
True. Ooh.
That meets the AC.
Wow.
Boss spellcaster somewhere, right?
And it's only play a game in its OP +1 spell potency. Otherwise you would have fucking missed. 30 damage, okay. And
He's blinded for a round.
blinded for a round, okay.
Yeah, that's pretty huge.
Yeah, it looks really big and stupid. Okay, on their turn, they use one action to just, connect. Oh no, wait.
Yeah, grammar sense.
Oh, but it's imprecise. What the fuck? Why is it imprecise? Might as well just have fucking hearing. What the fuck? One action to do that? Yeah. Does one action to do that. And it's very mad at you. Chooses, and one action to go over to here, just ignores Crixil. Does not like you getting this stupid salt in his eye. And then tries to punch you from over here. Show you who's boss. And punch you it does.
Ow.
Or 16 bludgeoning. And then this one's turn. Yeah, so you just basically came up from behind it and then just like stabbed it really badly. Like it turns back towards you out there.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they don't have any cool. They don't do any cool shit. It tries to punch you. Don't even have
I
decent
will
athletics. Oh yeah.
do the nimble.
Still hits. I'm afraid.
Yeah, I figured.
4, 18.
Okay.
And then it goes for another punch. Hits again, just.
Guessing I'm be down.
18, yeah, I'm guessing
Yep.
so too.
Correct.
Quicksil, your turn.
So wait, so that guy's flat-footed.
That's true, yeah.
I think resistance-wise, I think they're both similar. Special resistance, I mean.
And Pipe seems to have worked fine on either.
Yeah, I'm thinking about. Okay, I'm gonna try with. What is this? How do you use this? Is it Wait, what is? Is this an attack? Is this a save?
What
Let
is
me
it?
double check. Saving throw, basic. Okay. Yeah, I'll run here, and then with my mangled gun hand, I'll like touch the necklace on my chest, and with the other one, I'll try to cast Vampiric Touch on this thing.
Ooh, okay. Very
It's
evil.
negative damage, so I hope it still does something.
Does it say what level does it say? Always
So-
equals
to
to
the
the
effect
lowest
of him-
DC.
So I think it's the third level because it doesn't say anything about it.
Yeah, it's true, it's true. Well, okay,
Um,
cool. Fortitude save, huh? What is your class DC though?
Is
It's
my
only
class AC
19.
that bad? I don't know.
That seems really weird. No, it's 23 it
See.
says on the main page.
Okay, gotcha. Cool.
Okay, 23. Things do look a little fortuitous. Ah, they meet the DC.
Rip. Okay, so that's
Doing that all
half.
day.
Yes, full damage. Do you take 10?
20. So I get 5 temp HP, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I'll just add. Oh, can't add, that's right. I'll just put it here. Okay.
Yep.
Plus 5 feet. Wait.
Fine.
No, wait. So that's 2 actions, right? So that's all my. I'll
That's your
do.
turn. Yes. Okay. Nate, give me a death save. Okay, you go to dying 2.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, this one that's currently underground does a little bit of hit and run tactics and appears behind you, Crixel, out of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Goes for a punch. Meets. Oh no, actually, it meets by 2 because of the flat footed. Or 11 damage. But then it continues to hit on tactics and then bows down once more to the earth. Johnny, your turn. Seems to feel confident you keep doing it, so what you ever do. Haha.
Okay. Terrifying. Terrifying. Very hurt. Very hurt. What I will do, we will do a 2 action heal on Nate.
Mm-hmm. 19.
Level.
Nice, nice HP rolls, Monko.
And then a 1 action heal on Crixel.
Okay. Also at level 2. Another 8. Cool.
Thank you.
No, so you just stay there. With your healing magic coming out. This guy moves over a little bit so they're flanking you with their friend and goes for hail down with a punch on your head, slamming down with both fists.
He misses, right? No, he does not.
He does not, he hits.
Ay.
For 12
Very
though
well.
only.
Okay.
and then tries to punch once more. But this time he managed to get out the way. Yeah, they're quite a bit slow, powerful but slow.
Wait, why did someone get doomed too?
Side effect of the necklace, small side effect.
Small side effect. Small side effect.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little bit. That's the one that I tried to steal from you at one point, right?
Who could say? You try to steal a lot of stuff.
Uh,
Okay, give me a depth save.
Yep.
Okay, yes, you are stable, but still conscious.
So now I have to go, unconscious, no longer dying. But I am a wounded one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
This one. I seem very annoyed at all your reaching out, touching stuff, and tries to punch you, Johnny.
Oh, no. Ay.
They hit.
caramba. Cooper, we need help.
Oh, fuck Cooper! Yeah, okay, oh, fuck, yeah, Cooper, what the hell? Good reminder.
This is when we have healing potions that are built.
Maybe
Remember
I
this.
will Cooper into initiative. It's good
Critical.
choice. Is there a chef NPC? Chef.
Oh. By the way, I had dying 2, so I have wounded 2, or do I have
A wounded one.
Okay.
Yeah, so it just decreases, if you have a success, it decreases your dying condition by 1.
Yeah, you see Cooper really being like kind of really scared, like unsure if he should go in. He's like, he's not a fighter, he's a lover. I mean, there must be a chef NPC. Chef NPC. Come on, they must have like a tavern keeper or something. Merchant.
Just use
Probably
Ben
look
again,
Maybe let's look up like a baker. I guarantee there's a baker.
You think there's a baker?
Why would there be
Oh,
a baker, not a chef?
Because,
Okay, that's because Rick
Oh,
was reading.
because? Oh, okay. What the
Am I
fuck?
right?
They don't even have a... No baker either.
No
Really?
tavern keep? No. Oh.
cook,
They must have a tavern keep. They must have. I'll find it.
What about a wench?
barkeep, wench.
Beastkeeper, server. No, he's not server or drunkard. That's
Drunk?
crazy. Innkeeper. That's good enough.
Good enough for now.
Yeah, maybe I'll find a chef one. What the fuck? He seems pretty weak. Okay. Yeah, I guess innkeeper. Barkeep's better. Yeah, barkeep's more fun.
Cooper, potions!
Oh, yeah, sorry, okay. Barkeep. Drag that bad boy on. That's Cooper, he's been like kind of hiding over here. Pretty kind of, just kind of against the weird wall. Hold him to initiative.
No token.
I'm sure he's just been delaying this whole time, right? Technically.
Mm-hmm.
So they have just knocked. Wait, sorry, they hit you, right, Johnny? Yeah, so it was for 18 damage. I rolled up but never told you. So you go unconscious.
Shit.
Oh, that's so close.
Then they turn to punch you with the second action, Trickster.
Mhm.
That's gonna go well.
Oh.
Miss. And then this one also disappears beneath the earth. At that point, it's called Cooper. It's like, oh fuck, all right. So wait, does everyone have potions at their belt?
I have one.
Okay. Oh, perfect. Yeah. He sprints over, kind of head down, trying not to be seen anywhere, and then kind of fishes at your belt, grabs it, and I guess one, and then one to put it.
It's,
do it.
1d6.
So you can use both his actions. Just 1d6.
Yeah, it's just the Elixir of Life Minor.
And he heals you for 2. Just kind of pause it there for,
Hey.
come on, now come back to
Okay.
us. And he just he kind of just tries to make himself small in the square as he looks like the giant rock creature. Pixel, this one. Good crunch.
Does Johnny have a potion?
Oh yeah.
You'll have your, in case of emergencies, potions.
So,
Yeah.
grab potion, feed it 2 actions, right?
No, grab potion, feeding it 1 action. I think.
Oh, but does my initiative move?
It did already. I think I moved it.
Well, you moved it when it got knocked out, but does it not get moved when you get brought
No,
back?
when you wake up, it doesn't change.
Oh.
Did you move mine? moved
You can
mine.
activate a Pokemon interaction as you drink it, or feed it to another creature. So he can.
Oh,
he can
shit.
do it. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, then I'll definitely like reach down quickly, pour down
You
Johnny's.
can move mine as well.
Also, minor.
Johnny?
Hmm?
What kind of?
It sounds like you're talking.
I have a minor and a lesser.
One that looks slightly more virulent. So
The bigger one.
The bigger one.
The bigger
Which one
one.
the best
Yeah.
about?
Yeah, just you can roll yourself, right?
Yeah, me.
Ooh, nice.
Nice. Okay.
That's a
Then
chance
I
at surviving
will-
a hit.
Yeah. Then I will drop the mangled beast gun,
Hmm?
draw my dueling pistol, and take a shot at the rock dude.
You draw and shoot
Wouldn't
for
that
one
be
action.
3
You had
actions.
to interact, pick up potion, then feed, and then draw a gun, right?
Oh, I thought you said like the
Not a
feet
part of
for-
picking it up. Like it's basically. Sorry, yeah, getting it off the body is one, and then feeding it is one. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah,
it was
okay, no,
two
that's what I
feed it-
thought.
No,
Yeah,
no,
that's
oh,
fine.
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I thought you
no,
meant,
okay. So then I'm just. Should I just draw it then? I will
Quick
no.
draw, my dude.
Right.
Cast acid splash cantrip. Wait, do you have the acid splash cantrip? Do you have that?
No, it's
Wait, that's two actions anyway.
it's
right?
from the beast gun. So
No.
I will just try.
Ooh, I like it. Nice, very brave.
0 point.
Nate, beginning your turn, yeah, you awake once more. Oh yeah, that's a hero point. Sure, yeah, you can have it. Very brave. Cooper also gets a hero point, for running into danger.
Of course.
You didn't move my initiative, I don't think.
I didn't, but you got knocked out after that standout battle, didn't you?
But did you go before them? Not after them.
Oh yeah, you right. Oh, actually, it was the other one anyway. Yeah,
Yeah, I think so as well.
there you go. Go even later. So you pick up your weapon, I guess.
Oh damn! Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
Don't leave that one.
I
Man.
forgot to drop it. Yeah, I pick up my weapon.
Stand up.
Oh, stand up.
Oh, stand up.
It's the worst. Like
Oh.
being unconscious is the fucking worst,
It's
man.
the
Oh.
worst, yeah.
Do I want to stand up?
You could, yeah. I mean, you could sit down.
-2 to attack, right?
Yeah, but you would get 2 attacks instead of 1. True.
Yeah. I'll keep laying on the ground.
If you like spoke down and did like. Okay.
And I'll use the strike.
Nice.
Oh, would have crit if you went for.
Is a hit.
I didn't say that.
Damn, what's the damage?
Hey, my gosh.
Oh, yeah, Nate goes back.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? Why do we keep doing that?
Take damage.
I click on the die to show me the die rolls, and then when you do the damage, right?
Oh, I guess I don't know.
It scrolls and
Oh, okay, yeah, maybe let's click it. Cool, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
but yeah, you hit it once.
then I'll use British shove, I guess. Although,
Sure.
I mean, sure, why not? It won't change anything.
Ah,
No. It's very hard to, strike with a pike while you're lying on the side. Okay.
or
One-
near death.
This
Mhm.
one pops out next to Cooper.
Go
And goes
back.
for a punch. He's like,
How
oh
dare.
shit! Okay, I guess good.
Mhm.
Ooh, but oh my god, he's at 1 HP!
What a tank.
What a tank! He's like, oh god!
Yeah, one more near that.
coughing up blood. And then this one, yeah, just vanishes down.
Does he
again.
have like a frying pan or something in his hand as the weapon?
Yeah, exactly.
Broken bottle. maybe.
So it popped up, hit him once, and then went back down.
Mm-hmm. They're playing like hit and run strategy.
Yeah.
Playing whack-a-mole right now. God
Mhm.
damn it.
Reverse whack-a-mole, 'cause you're going in.
Yeah, right. The shit guys who are going down have the the
Yeah,
hammer.
hammers.
Whatever. I gotta find like something that actually has a. I guess something that actually has a frying pan as like as a thing. Whatever. Maybe I'll make an actual guide sheet from some point. Okay.
Let's see who goes down.
This one. Yeah, Crixel, you
Lot of
bravely.
kills.
Bravely, but then there's also Nay. Nay's the one who hit him most recently, and they have short memories. And you're prone as well. Yeah. So they slammed on your head as you're prone lying on the ground. Oh, thanks to the prone it hits you.
That hurts when like you would have crit and you wouldn't have been hit.
For
That hurts.
14 bludgeoning damage.
Back down.
No, he's still up actually.
He's up.
But he punches you again. Oh,
Ah.
no, this time misses.
Rolling out of the way.
YOLO.
This one's still too happy to stop bowing down. He then. Well, he tries to stand down with Johnny. Johnny's also lying behind Crixel. He's just angry about Johnny beating people up. Slams out.
Wouldn't that be like...
But no, you misses, trying to reach over you almost to Crixel, but it's distracted. Sorry, what did you say, Nate?
I don't know, I forgot. I was just maybe, trying to remind you of color, but you probably know that.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be over my shoulder or shout at Johnny, if we don't die to the dragon, we cannot die here.
Okay, your turn.
I'm just showing that my weapons were dropped
Sure, yeah.
while I was unconscious. Okay, so the first thing I do is free action kip up.
Ooh, fancy. He does a little,
Yeah, let's go.
jumps to his feet.
I need to do
I was
not
looking
prone
at it.
anymore.
Keep up,
Yeah, still wounded. Yep. Kip up so good.
It's
It's like
acrobatics, alright? It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
some serious bullshit. And then I will pick up the rapier as my 1st action.
Mhm.
We haven't seen this thing have an attack of opportunity, right?
No.
No. I checked.
People have moved close.
Yeah, people have.
Okay.
It's been there
Yeah.
in space where it could have gone off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then I will move. Ooh, who's coming up next? Crixel. Okay.
Yeah, you run all the way around the side. Very lightning fast.
Yep. And then take my attack at the back of the stone neck.
The back of the stone neck.
Fucking what the fuck?
Aye.
Good lord.
No reroll left?
I don't have one. I've only had the one.
Damn.
Or wait, did I get one?
No, I don't think.
I'm trying to remember if we got one during like the exploration stuff earlier.
No.
No. Okay. Yeah. Then I do not have one.
Uh,
So alas, it is a miss.
Alas, is a miss. Johnny.
Oh wait.
Knocked out. Brings you pretty high in initiative.
I mean, that wouldn't fucking matter because I was like, I could have totally done a scout's charge instead of. But yeah, the attack roll still wouldn't have changed. So sad that I didn't think of that. Because maybe I could have gotten my bad nat 20 out of the way with the feint.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I mean, you should actually do it if you want, because on a critical success on feint, it's flat-footed to the end of your next turn. So it's not even like this turn, right? So if you had fainted and sort of done well, then you could have done it. I mean, nothing's happened since then, so if you want to, like, it won't change the attack roll, but if you want to roll to see how the feint went, in case it works for the next turn.
Well, no, because what I'm saying is that theoretically, the
you could have used a one of this.
Feint, and then I would have had a chance still to hit him because you would have already been flat-footed to me.
You're true, so I guess you.
So yeah.
All right, Johnny.
Not the best options. Gonna say. Right. I'm gonna stay on ground for now. Wonder if Crick's a little battle medicine action.
Do you have healer's tools?
I have my healing plaster, which will be one of the actions.
Oh, okay, sure.
Wait, but we have healing tools now, right?
No, I like it. Very thematic, Johnny.
All
Have
this
a hero
shit, I just
point.
don't even
I
grab
have a
them.
hero point, Johnny.
Thank you.
Limiting yourself for
Just grab
characters.
some-
I
grab some
love
point.
it.
That's fair, that's fair.
Exactly. It's nice now. Oh no, it's only for minutes of first raid or treat wound to the other one. That's insane. Insane.
Yeah. Yeah. You see, 20. Yeah, I need to guarantee it.
Ooh.
Ah, look
Ooh,
at that.
critical success. So 48 plus 10 or something?
I think so.
Insane. 25.
Ooh.
Nice.
Give me that, give me that.
And then I'm gonna give him another first action heal.
Oh, and actually one, not just 25, 26.
Oh, it brings me from 39 to 40.
I mean, that's pretty
Watch it matter.
You got this. Got this, bro.
All of you fuckers might die, but I'll say hello. I'll just give
good.
you
This one
a nod. Yeah.
pops out from exactly where it went down, right here, baby,
Oh no.
and tries to punch you, Johnny.
It wasn't there. It was unless this is a
There's
different
two.
one. Than the
There's
one
two
that-
of them, yeah.
Yeah. This is the one that knocked Johnny out before. It pops up again for a repeat. Smacks you in the face. Oh, but
Ah!
misses. Even with the flanking. Okay.
Oh.
Ooh.
Hit and run.
Ah. Chooses to stay up after not managing and punches you again. Oh!
Mistake.
Nice.
Missing again.
Mistake.
You just about managed to roll out the way.
Just. It's like rolling side to side.
Chupa's like, fuck this! Just like sprints behind like the stone over here.
Just take a moment to look at him. Expected.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
He did his part.
Quicksilver.
Near death, badly injured. Okay. Gotta take advantage of him popping out, I think.
Oh.
Let's see what's next. So, the big guy's gonna fuck us.
Oh.
Go kill the big guy.
But he's
I
badly
mean-
injured. There's no way we can get through him, right? With just me and Nate. Only
I'm
badly
up.
injured.
I'm still up.
Yeah, but he
Go
goes before
for
you.
you.
Just you and
Oh.
Nate. And you let it to go single fire.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about going for the other guy.
Okay, I'll just... No, he's threatening Johnny. Fuck him. I'm gonna shoot the Sandman.
Interesting.
Oh, so
Are you gonna
first I have
take
to draw
the
my mangled
penalty?
gun and draw...
Mhm.
What penalty, sorry?
Well, because you'd be shooting through Johnny. So
He's
you'd have-
prone though.
I'm on the
He's
floor.
prone.
I'm on the floor. I'm
Yeah,
prone.
yeah. So
Oh,
he
but it
doesn't
is
stand up.
interesting. Do I
Never
want it to be my first attack or not? He's near death, but not that near death? Yeah, I need to be my first attack, okay. So, dueling pistol, there we go. Okay.
Blam.
solid shot.
Or... Wait, it's actually striking, so another d6.
Okay.
Because of the blazing thing.
Nice, nice.
So it's 10. Oh! Not so near that!
It's pretty neat. Huge gaping holes of sand, you know, inside the body.
Let me do that.
Can you do the stupid
okay.
stride,
Yeah.
strike?
You should say when you do that.
Yeah, we can't
Oh,
do
you'd have to do
anymore.
reloading strike, wouldn't you?
Yeah. So I'll do a reloading strike against this guy as my final action.
Hmm?
So, -4.
That's the hit.
Nice. For 13.
Yeah. Did you need that?
Now,
Now you, Nate.
It's time to stand up and kill this motherfucker.
yeah. Okay. I thought maybe Quicksilver would kill that guy. Yeah. Yes,
We've all had that
Yeah.
thought this round.
I
this-
saw
this
Quicksilver kill
combat,
someone.
and we've all failed. Whatever we thought.
Okay. So
So I thought for sure Kirksel was going to kill the one who, the plant.
I saw Quicksilver kill all of them.
I guess I've been pumping damage a little bit. You know?
You have been.
Oh, there we go.
Uh,
The critical. That's what we were waiting for.
That's
Gotta
gonna
have
do
some
it.
faith in Nate, you know.
32, and that is
Nice.
enough. Yeah, so from you stand up, get to your feet, and pierce through the rock, and it like starts to crumble as it lets out like something called a deep like kind of cry in terror, and it is vanquished.
And now I can.
There is
like-
there's no charge here, Chris. Big guy, he says, fucking shittiest one.
It looks so intimidating.
Whatever you do, don't do diagonal
He does look pretty intimidating.
attacking it. 'Cause
Right,
then you
this
can't
is-
get.
It's
Yeah.
the final action, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't get an attack yet.
Yeah,
No,
there's another
yeah,
one on
right.
the ground
No, no, no.
somewhere.
I was just saying, don't go to like, if you're 2 spaces away, which you'd want to be, don't be 1 off diagonally. Be 2 if you can, because otherwise no one can be flanking with you.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can.
Like that square there is terrible because no one can flank with you.
You would still better flank,
Tom
right?
can.
I can. No, I can't, because they have to be within melee.
Really?
Flank.
I think in melee if they have reach weapons.
Well,
right?
Would you flank
yeah,
with
I can't
this? I
remember the
don't
exact
think so,
wording
no?
of it.
No, you can't flank like that. No.
Yeah, see, that's like no one else could be on the opposite side flanking unless they had the same, just
True,
like this
fair
square
enough.
and had a reach weapon. It's
Yeah,
just a
no,
weird.
as
It's a
long as the
weird
enemy is both
thing.
within your is. No,
Here.
you could flank it with him though, Josh. It's as long as you're
With
both within.
gang up, okay.
Yeah.
As long as you.
Yeah, you can also get right up
use
and deck
both
Like, there's no disadvantage for you
your
right next to him as well.
reach and your allies. Okay.
I think the other guy's somewhere around anyways.
Yeah, I could, but you wouldn't.
The
gain-
last we
I
saw the
couldn't
other
give
guy, he
you
was like
flanking.
punching Cooper here, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So he was
So he's
right
gonna be
there.
somewhere within 50 feet of like this square.
Anywhere within 50 feet, definitely.
So, I mean,
Well, how big is this map again?
I'll just move here. I'm too lazy.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And
This is done, yeah?
Yeah, my turn.
Okay.
Maybe I can
Jeez.
get an opportunity attack on the card.
It hops up here.
Oh,
They seem to want to pick on Johnny as he's lying on the ground.
Understandable.
Yeah, goes up here and then punches down towards him.
That's gonna do it.
Bastards.
It's a hit at least. For 15?
I'm still up.
You're still up? Okay, this one stays up and hits you as well. When one of them stay up, they both stay up. They're in unison.
Yep.
Oh,
Ah.
the nat 1! Ay. Just punches.
Very nice.
How the
Straight past you.
turntables turn.
Out there, indeed.
Alrighty.
No, you run on it. One into each side of you.
Because technically, I gain flanking on both these guys,
Yeah,
right?
Johnny is distracting them.
Well, Crixel gets
Oh,
to this
Crixel
guy,
also,
and,
yes, yeah.
and so does Nate on the upper guy.
Or Johnny for both, right? If you don't trust
Yeah.
Johnny.
No, I do. I just didn't know if he had something in his hand
Oh.
that would count.
So technically, you know, way making arm strikes. What are you doing,
Right.
Crixel?
Crixel's just like running away.
With my feet, I just found my controller and I accidentally
With your
started
feet?
moving with
Man, you're pretty skilled feet, huh?
it's a
Alrighty.
little joystick.
So we'll do
You up there?
which one's first for attacking? The one to the right is first. So I do have to take this guy out first, just in case. Okay. We'll take that guy.
Oh, there we go. Oh, now you're.
Like how he had
rolling.
like
Yeah,
what,
no,
single digit HP, and I'm gonna do like
6
50.
HP and you do 39.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you just run around and just slash it through the back of the neck, and all the sand pours out with bloody, like it's a PG film where they're trying to show how much blood there is. Nice.
All right, and then I'll take the
Nice.
second
Kill
attack.
the other one in the
on-
second one, and then you can have the hero point. Killing 2 in one
Okay,
turn.
okay.
That's all you gotta do. Ah,
Oh,
Oh man,
I mean, unlucky.
Satch.
Such. But pretty good though. Go on then. Johnny, just one of these horrible creatures left up.
Just one left. Might as well. How is this? Might as well. It's been a long day. It's been a long day already. I don't know how long we've traveled, but it's been a long day.
Long day
I
always.
mean, have this much magic. Might as well. We're gonna do this.
Hmm.
Hey, you're like
Fuck's sake!
yeah.
I always.
It's for the lines.
I always forget how to click this. How to click this to turn it around.
Yes.
Yes, it's like that. It's like.
Oh,
What
wait
would
for
you
me,
say?
nice.
Okay, nice. Yeah, there's a huge amount of water just manifests out of nowhere. I will do the save.
I suck the last remaining bits
Not
of moisture
one.
from.
Oh,
Just
baby.
gets blasted, like the beach, spraying the water off your, feet when you get fucking the sand at the end, at the shower. Water gets like basically blown down the side of this mountain path, just, like completely
It's like a
pointing
drain there,
everywhere.
right?
I didn't even check this would actually kill it, but it does. As it takes double, it had 28, so you needed to crit fail actually. As it just gets blasted down there. You can have a hero point. No, you already gave you one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I have two at the
I
moment.
already gave you one for doing a crazy no healer tool shit. Yeah, it gets blasted just down the side. Nice. You can now act out of initiative as you kind of lie down there, kind of just with a deep breath. Whew.
Just drop my weapons.
What the fuck?
I was being careful.
It was obviously a trap, bro. This is crazy
Yeah.
shit.
The body is still just like a line there, by the way.
So,
Who's lying there?
The body up there of like the.
Oh, right.
did
Did
you
they still give?
find
Say
anything of value at least?
You didn't really have time to probably look around before it happened.
Yeah.
I pick the staff, like,
I tell
there.
Cooper to come over here and then just like do a 3-action heal. My last heal I can do for everyone. Come on, roll better.
Sorry, Ian, did any
There
of
we
those
go.
What's
last
that?
ones give charges?
No, get charges back from the first one. It shouldn't have been that difficult to fight if that's what you want.
You never know.
You never know. But no, there was only one of them that seemed to be as equal to you.
Palfurus.
Man, they actually did have this special kind of glass on if they could get hit by fire. But I was like, no, get hit by
Oh,
fire.
yeah,
That's
cool.
sad.
What would I do?
Dude, look at this. It's like so good actually. We really made it tough. It's like increases AC by 2, gives
Oh.
it resistance 5, so like
More
everything. Oh
It
yeah.
used to be bad.
It would have
Glass?
been real bad. Yeah. I mean, the sand is even easier to hit the glass realistically, right? It's just like,
Have you seen the what are they called? The Australian guys that drop things from height, throwing glass orbs.
How
no.
ridiculous.
Dropping glass orbs. It's doesn't fucking
Okay,
break.
it works that way because it is a glass orb, though.
Yeah, so
Well,
let's all
this
push
would have,
together.
look at their muscles on that sand guy. That's a lot of orbs right there.
I think
Right,
it's
but again,
because,
it would only be
like
a casing of glass, which would be
Yeah.
a max under
I
an
think
inch
it's-
thick.
I think the idea is kind of like, even though
Thick
glass
glass
itself is
so
quite
fine.
fragile, it's like, I mean, stabbing through something full of glass would still be harder than stabbing through something full of sand, right? Like, it still would prevent, like, if you had a bucket of sand and you put a
glass
dagger
is-
in it, it'd be harder to push a dagger through glass than it would be to push it just through sand, right? Because the sand would move up, right? I mean, it's realistically, it's like, how do you damage something made out of sand? You're not actually like breaking
True.
the sand particles, right? You're just kind of
True.
disrupting the energy, and glass maybe stops that happening so much. I mean, it's all fucking, make believe magic. Anyway, so yeah, you kicked away the staff. The staff is lying like a bit to the side. What's that?
The Earth Glide is the berry thing or something else?
That's the movement to the earth.
How do you know what Earthglide is? How are you seeing Earthglide? What?
It's on
On
the
the
glass
glass
armor
armor.
description, bro.
Oh yeah, Earthglide is when you can burrow without leaving
Oh.
any kind of thing. They go straight through.
You know that was other science, Jesus.
Yeah. But yeah, you have a breather. You get a little bit of 8 healing from So like Cooper kind of comes out from behind there and is like, Jesus.
Oh,
I
Cooper
called
would have been
for
part of that,
Cooper-
by the way.
Yeah, I called for
Oh,
Cooper
okay,
to come over
okay.
here and just get into the
Yeah.
healing.
Blimey. Man, he gets so much XP. He like dings 4 times like in Pokemon when you mysteriously Pokemon in the fight. And it's like
Thank you, Cooper. Thank you, Cooper.
Okay, where's Pokemon Center though?
You're welcome.
Yes.
Man,
You risk
what are those
And please
things?
tell me the
idea.
staff is the staff of healing. Please. God, please.
You know, I start doing like some mud healing things, but in the first one for his bravery is gonna be Cooper. DC 20.
Oh, thank you. But if anyone wanted to see if you recognize any creatures, it would be either Arcana or Nature for any of them.
To do what? Oh,
Sure.
to understand the
Recognize
creatures.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I feel almost right now, at least. I mean, not mentally. But...
Jesus.
Oh,
Did you
Jesus
not one
Christ.
on?
I need to roll a d2, I guess.
I'm just gonna compare your
It's gotta be Nate or
all
out there.
For all of them.
Yeah.
It's out there.
Cool.
Nah, you can give me 3, just then I have to choose one to assign it to it. It's like, oh, how do I not choose
How much
one?
damage do I take? Because it actually, I have 10 HP, so
You take 4.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
great.
Alright, quick. So, I'm going to go in order from left to right on the map, so then that seems fine. Which is a lucky order for you. Okay, so the first one, some people call these living landslides. They are, very basic sort of earth elementals made out of, earth and gravel. I mean, in general, something about earth elementals, and perhaps what you've seen when you see, like, this body and, like, the staff and them all surrounding it. The earth elementals are very common or used as, like, bodyguards for, like, adventurous kind of spelunkers and, people who, they're also very common protecting, like, important vaults or, like, underground areas. But here it seems more like, potentially they could have been associated with this.
Yeah, so I guess I'll say, don't think it was trap. Think they were guarding.
Why would
Of
they
one,
what?
this is Zorn. Like this one is a little weird. I mean, again, it's they all seem to be some sort of earth elemental from like your like an examiner, like how they act and everything. Zorns, you're unsure exactly. You've heard like maybe stories that they're very fond of gems compared to some earth elementals. All of them like them to a degree, but these ones are most common. Like ones that are like that's why it's such a big mouth for like eating them.
They
Up.
eat them or something?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll start like cutting into the body.
Okay, yeah, it's quite what's it called? Solids.
It-
It takes
you-
you start cutting.
You get healed for 36 as well.
Oh wow! Okay, so you spend like a bit of time. I guess you spend like half an hour, something like doing all these healings and as you're kind of cutting into the body.
And this is for Altair. There we go.
Okay, so you kind of cut.
Oh.
31?
Yep.
Oh, damn.
Roll
we're
me
good for now.
2, 3. No, sorry.
So Cooper, that's our every day, Getting punch in the face. Not an
it's
easy
not-
life.
Yeah, it doesn't see. I'd rather stay in the kitchen to be honest. Roll me a 3D freeze checker to begin with.
3d3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you find
212?
number 212. Okay. Then roll me 3D100s.
Alright. Oh, 99 on one. Okay.
So
4.
what are they? Let's see them. What are they? 90. Oh, I see.
99, 25, 4.
99, 25, and 4. Okay. You find some quite like not very precious. It seems these ones. Some turquoises. They are worth some silver. You would guess. I also told some of this. How much they're worth exactly? Like a little bundle, like a little collection of like a few, hidden amongst like the earth. It's kind of weird inside. Like, oh, not. Yeah, it's pretty weird. It's not like it doesn't have the same anatomy as you would say like a person does. But you find these ones worth very little. These are only worth like maybe like 2 gold worth of like these kind of turquoises, like very like sort of lesser semi-precious stones.
Gotcha. Okay.
But then you rolled a what?
So 99, 25, and 4.
25. 95. So get some the same, which I do not know how it's spelled. I didn't know there were random gem tables in
Oh.
And these seem a little
Nice.
nicer, of high quality. These there's a little bundle of these that are worth in total 15 gold pieces.
Hmm.
Then 4, and then some amber, which is So it seems like this one maybe it hadn't been having such a good diet as some other things recently, but had another 10 gold worth of amber, kind of like little kind of patches. So not bad at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it separately in the treasure because I probably don't want to sell them. I'll just like collect them in
Exactly,
bag.
a nice little glittery things.
And I'll hold it up to the rest and say, see, it was not all bad. Worth shiny
I mean,
gems.
we used multiple potions.
But these special earth elemental gems.
They're pretty one of a kind, yeah. And there's there's also I mean now it's been about like an hour or something. There's also the staff line there. And has anyone looked at the body anymore, or what's
Yeah, Crixel goes there again.
I mean, if
Also the
you
most
guys
skilled
do
up one,
chicken, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll join you. I'm curious.
okay, you two are brave enough to
Yeah.
go look up a little bit more. Okay,
Come
I'm
on,
gonna
move yourself up, Mister.
I'm gonna
Touch
put
my
a
controller with my leg.
loot thing on the map, which you're gonna look at.
Roll initiative.
Always nice staff object journal.
It is a
Ooh.
journal. It
Yeah,
doesn't look like
something
stuff.
else.
It actually looks like a journal. It has like a little lock on it. You can see if you look at it, and if you kind of search your body, you see like almost around the neck is kind of like a tiny little key that would fit a little lock.
I shall take the staff.
I can describe a bit what the objects look like.
Yeah, yeah.
The first one looks like a small ceramic jar. If you open it, I guess to peer inside, it looks like it's full of sand.
Oh, great.
A
More
jar
sand.
full of sand.
A jar full of sand. The other thing,
Good
good one. The other one was kind of like pinned onto their kind of clothing. Maybe it'd be like a smaller scrub or something. Technically, and it's almost like a kind of almost like quite nice looking like crystal geode.
I think I'll take the journal.
You take the geode there? Sure.
You guys taking the other items as well, or no?
I mean, of course we will take them.
Of course.
I mean, you're also there. Oh, you're also there. Do you take anything?
Me? Oh, I thought it was I thought it was during the gem thing.
No,
No, but Johnny was busy healing on everyone, so I think it was like after.
Ah,
basically, a bit.
Yeah, it took a while.
Sure. I mean, I'll take the other items then if nobody else is interested.
It's a jar. It's the most important. Yeah, because you go take it to us. Yeah, Nate, you take the journal. Yeah. Cooper's kind of like, well, was it worth it? Did it have anything?
You're gonna have to investigate further, bro. See what these things do.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a bit of an elongated lunch. I mean,
Yeah, you definitely wanna. Wouldn't mind a little
Miss-
break, indeed.
Missed warm meal yesterday. Maybe warm lunch.
yeah, that's true. Maybe sure we could have a little campfire. If no one heard the gunshots, I doubt anyone will see a little bit of campfire.
Should probably move a little bit out of this area, perhaps.
Oh, speaking of, I'll collect my gun and clean it
Fix
up.
it. Yeah. Cooper takes a look at it. Seems more trouble than it's worth, that one.
Unfortunate, is all. Good work.
Yeah, I'm sure next time I see you in a fight, you'll blow their head right off.
It happened, I swear.
Sure, yeah. Right, yeah, maybe you walk on a little bit further and then find a place that a bit more of an elongated break. I'm saying maybe after another hour and a half or so, you can basically get everyone a full Johnny. And if people want to try to identify some of the stuff, or look through the journal or whatever. That's
Definitely.
all good.
Yeah, I can use crafting to try and figure out this jar sand.
Sure. Seems to suddenly be sad.
Oh yeah, everyone loses.
Maybe it's for
as
Johnny
well.
and it's like special healing sands, you know?
It's the same DC, right, Jacko?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is a jar of shifting sands. So, this is
shifting
a
sands, our
small
favorite.
ceramic jar here now. It looks maybe like it holds like a quarter gallon. Whoever knows how much that is. But you know, as Lisa and also you tested to see that if you kind of turn it upside down, just it continues to pour sand out and out and out and out. You know, there's stories that say that this jar is like responsible for at least some of the deaths in the world. Well, not this jar, but certain jar.
How do you search again? I can't remember.
No, I can also click it if you want to see how it works, but control space.
No, I'm just like to get to the compendium now because they
control
changed everything up.
space.
Control space.
Yeah, and then falls up like
Thank
that.
you. Okay.
Yeah, so a little bit of a niche thing, but you know, seems potentially this person very attuned with the earth and you know, magics. This jar seems to agree with that assumption.
Yeah, but looking at like as
Sand is also a
piling
spell.
up like a mountain of sand. Might be useful for also reef. Great islands, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it comes out like pretty fast, right? Like, you know, I mean, a gallon. How much is a gallon, Josh?
Oh god.
Like
A few liters? About 4 liters.
Let's think.
On Google. Okay.
Not quite 4 liters.
No,
Yeah.
3.78. Okay.
Is it that much? I
Yeah.
could have sworn it was like 2.5, but
No, Google says that. Yeah, so apparently, like, you know, a typical weight of a gallon sand is probably 5.6 kilos. So, you know, I mean, that's every 6 seconds is like
Yeah, just
5
under
kilos
four.
of sand is
Yeah.
falling out.
Okay,
Like,
I'll-
honestly, if you left this upside down for like a day, like, you have a lot of fucking sand. Like, for sure, it's possible to like build stuff with it.
a nice sand pit, yeah.
Sand centuries, you know, whatever you like.
Could create archipelago for All South Reef.
I guess so. Do they need
Need space.
What for though?
Well,
how you can
deserts,
force new sand beaches along the coastline just
improved real estate.
over months of time.
I guess that's true.
It's free real estate.
We're getting to the glass making business.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Business folks moving
Beach
on,
making
place to stay.
business.
Did you take a look through the journal, Nate, or you just gonna?
Yeah, of course, but
Right.
I don't identify stuff first.
Oh, okay, you'll go then. Yeah, I mean, so that's like, you know, the first time. Is there anyone else?
You
Also,
instantly go insane.
Yeah, I'll try to figure out what the staff is.
The staff list, okay.
You identify things, Otter? Or?
I can with occultism.
Yeah, you can do this other thing I have.
Sure. I will
Okay,
post
what's
it
the
to
other thing?
chat. I will post it to chat. It was like a kind of crystal, kind of geode looking thing.
Okay.
It is the
I'll
second
roll
one, yeah.
an occultism.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, no, I can click on it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you can click it in there. Okay, Johnny, you know, based on what you've seen this guy, you seem they were a little bit of a one-trick pony. This seems to be a staff of earth. So, you know, you have the staff of earth and the staff of water. You're 2 away from the whole
Wow.
collection. you learn a juggle when you got all
At
of
some point, we'll get the staff of Captain Planet. It's gonna be great.
Wow. Need to find
Staff of
Combine the
Heart.
powers.
Yeah.
Yep.
most important one.
That's a staff of life for healing, right?
Can you combine the staves?
That'd be nice.
Just glue, take them together.
If it's just a normal one, level 1 thing.
This is just,
Well,
it's
if
level
it's
3
GOE
thing.
2,
It's level 3
yes.
item. Yeah, it's a
Oh
basic.
yeah. I mean, like the
Yeah, it is indeed a basic staff of earth.
Okay.
Also, I didn't
So
mean
you
close again. You do also identify this outer as what's it called? Where's it gone? It went away. Yeah, exactly. A Trinity Geode. This is a spell heart, which is a special kind of a talisman, but it's like kind of like it doesn't break. It's something that normally your cast would use. At least you need to have a spell class feature to activate it. But it, like, you know, you can learn spells that, like, wouldn't always be on your class list or something like that, like your spell list.
Oh.
So, for instance, even if, like, you know, you were any sort of cast, you better wear it and then, like, you know, be able to cast Scatter Scree, for instance. And then when you cast spells from it, you also get, like, benefits. So, for instance, with this one, if you cast, like, Scatter Scree, then you also get resistance equal, like, to 1 for, you know, what's it called?
But it's like
Damage.
after you cast an earth spell.
Exactly. Also 1 from the geode. So they are very sort of
Okay.
they are quite specific, but you know, they also, the best use is like kind of they give you access to more magic. So, for instance, now you could use your cantrip on something else instead of Scatter Scree.
So this is definitely for Johnny.
Well, I don't know if I have spellcasting ability with Beast Gunner. I'm trained in the spell attack rolls and spell DCs for Greater Primal spells. Is that enough, or do I have to have something
I'm
else?
always confused by how it works in the spell.
Key spellcasting ability for these
I think
spells.
you
Maybe
have
I'll
to have a cast a
I
spell.
think you also. Yeah,
Hmm.
I will maybe check it.
There's like another feat if you do like the archetype, right? For
Yeah,
smugglers.
the archetype they have one where it says now it has it. When you cast such a spell. Yeah, I remember they'll do this thing about
Let's
spell.
see. Let's look at wizard archetype, for example. In basic spellcasting benefits, I'm assuming that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, but you do have something like that in Beastgun eventually, right? With that, if the right thing.
I think there's an option. Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
Johnny for
I
sure.
think there's a way, but I think you need to. I think it's when you get basic spellcasting benefits, then you get it. Yeah, exactly.
So I'll put it in the chest, and you can.
Spellcasting. Yeah, the basic spellcasting feat counts as having a spellcasting class feature. So basically, if you took the basic beast gun of spellcasting at level 8, then you would be able to cast things like spellcasting. It's
Johnny, if you wanted it in the chest.
Yeah, I'll take it. Sure, why
pretty
not?
pretty at
Seems
least, you know.
pretty good.
And yeah, so while looking at also nature, you're kind of examining this journal a little bit. It seems to be written in common. I mean, I don't, have like a whole journal to fill in, so I'm going to kind of give you the detail, kind of like the gist of it as you kind of skim through it. It appears like this. You're not sure if they're a wizard or some sort of caster, clearly, by like their things, but you don't see a spell book or anything. It seems that they were indeed very attuned with the urban magic, potentially a druid of some sort, or an elementalist at least, and were interested in traveling through the Shattered Range, specifically because they had heard of a location that seemed to be a link to the plane of Earth. And it seems that at least a lot of their writings and their interests were based on the fact, and this is maybe something, I'm assuming something none of your characters would know about, is that the elemental laws in Galarian have been missing or gone for a long time. Some of them, especially the good ones. And in particular here, this person references somebody known as Sarah Azul, or Sarah Azul, also known as the Crystalline Queen, who is like the elemental laws of caves, earth, and gems. And they have basically been missing. Some people say she's been imprisoned. She's been held somewhere in the plane of Earth, is what the stories say. And it seems this researchers, elementalists, whatever they may be, were basically trying to find a way to plane of Earth and to find out what had happened to her. Maybe not to save her, but at least learn more about what had happened. And they had seemed to be in possession of some sort of a map, which led to a large cavern somewhere in the Shattered Range. Where
Do
there
we
was
see the map, or is it in the book?
Yeah, the map is like kind of folded into one of the pages, like kind of in the sleeve of the book. And it is quite a rudimentary one, but it does appear to try to point to kind of somewhere in the Shattered Range, or kind of show a bit
Time
more on
to
the direction
collect
of the map.
all of the
The collectibles.
Oh god damn it! I lost my effect again. No, I still have it. Never mind.
Oh, all the
I lied.
inspiration as well. But this,
We
this
need to collect all of the inspirations.
this seems like probably from what you're reading a little bit of a. It's a pretty big deal, like the elemental laws, like they're a real god.
Yeah.
And anyway, but yeah, sorry. So it kind of talks about.
But wouldn't it?
Sorry.
Would it not be very similar to the elemental queen we already saved, just a different plane?
Like she was a queen of like an area of land. Like the elemental lords are basically gods. Like it's more like you were
Oh.
going to like hell and helping like a demon lord, or like not. I mean,
Sure,
or the
sure,
good
sure.
version, or going to like literally the plane of heaven and like saving a god. It's a bit more
Okay.
intense. But it seems like anyway, this person was doing this expedition to try to explore these caves and get there. But unfortunately, during it, they encountered some sort of a creature. The details get a bit foggy, but they were diseased by something, or some sort of poison was afflicting them. And unfortunately, they were basically trying to make it back to Alcansar, to like civilization, to get healing, to get a cure. But unfortunately, the kind of journal dies off, and you can only presume they unfortunately perished along the way home. But yeah, so I will. I don't have like an exact map, but if we go to the world map, you can kind of see that the area of the map it points to. Obviously, I don't have somewhere exactly I point to, but as if you chose to head in that direction, follow the map, I would make you adventure basically north of here through. If you're on the world map, it is somewhere it seems like between the crests of like some of the bigger mountains, kind of to your north. So maybe like there's a few like maybe 20 or 30 miles away, but obviously deep underground, and the map kind of gets a bit shaky, kind of leads almost like an entranceway, it kind of describes in one of the mountains, but then it kind of doesn't go on much further beyond that. So, yeah, but it seems if you wanted to write something down, you could always like write like map to urban plane or something. I don't know, some shit like that, if you wanted to remember.
Okay, this book There's some information here. A map leading to a cave where this magician of sorts, he was looking for some earth goddess, maybe. Oh, and I guess
Like in Fae?
maybe I'm not really that familiar with the magic of the world, so
Hmm.
someone like Johnny might be better suited to explain the details. But
I mean, it sounds bad.
looks like he got poisoned and was trying to get back home but didn't make it. So we could
Poisoned.
like look at I mean go look at the cave sometime in the future, I guess. It should be near here, looking at the map. And some of this in near some of those mountain peaks here, and I like show towards the I guess north, right?
Yeah, it's north exactly. Yeah.
Somewhere around here, sorry, on the map.
So you're on the map. Let me go to where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere these in the northern. Yeah, exactly. The map kind of points at these or gives directions roughly to like an entrance. It says to like these caverns, and it doesn't really seem to know exactly where within these caverns the actual portal is. So there'd probably be some exploration inside the mountain itself, but at least the entrance seems to be around there.
Big distraction.
Yeah. We could but probably better if you just go towards the gun first. The gun works. Right?
Yes, I think we need to get out of the gun wastes. The gun mana wastes.
Yeah, it's like that.
If it was plane of water, maybe, but earth plane, no value.
No value, really.
Well, maybe they have more gems. Why did the magician want to go?
Apparently some goddess or queen of something is missing, and
Sounds a bit like a simp.
yeah. Look here. It says, what does it say? I'll show them.
Goddess, I will type the name.
Airazul. It says.
Sounds
Doesn't
powerful.
sound familiar to me.
If we save her, might get another gift, like First World Queen.
I mean, but this.
Anyone who wants can go
bigger.
religion, by the way, to know like if they know more about a puzzle.
Fuck no.
Anyone who has religion is the only
Johnny!
I mean, sure, I can roll religion.
Yeah, sure you can.
Come up with something on the spot.
Yeah, I'm sure you're like, oh, of course. No, unfortunately, you're not familiar with it. The elemental laws are quite an obscure group of gods, especially because, at least, like, you kind of know about them being, like, trapped, is, like, they don't... This much you'll say, at least you've heard of the elemental lords, and they don't really seem to be able to grant power to their followers, actually, like, for many years, due to, imprisonment or missing or whatever it may be. Indeed. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll see if Johnny decides to go more later or not. Yeah. So you have, I guess, an extended lunch. You talk about this. You see some stuff.
Definitely away from where we are, though.
Yeah. You two have one like half an hour or something. Then you have a break and read through all this.
Did we make sure that someone has all the items on their character sheet?
I think yeah. So I can
The
click
book,
the
the staff, the.
I have the journal. Okay.
Shifting Sands and the glittering gemstone, whatever the Trinity Geode.
Yeah, I think I want for it. At
Yeah.
least I clicked on everyone's sheets
Mm.
in the chat. Cool. Then you.
So, do I think
Hmm?
like the Earth we could find a better path through the mountains with the Earth magic? Or how does that work? Do you know? I turn to John.
He's
Yeah.
away.
Had the absent
He's in a,
minded.
he's in a daydreaming of water, right now.
I think for now, either way, we should go to the gunworks, right? And then maybe think
Yeah.
more on it later if on the return
Yeah,
trip.
exactly. Return trip. Always on the return trip.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. So we're gonna go ahead a little bit as you continue traveling. And the next 1 or 2 days actually goes quite smoothly. And at the
Oh,
end of
Wait.
Oh.
Multiple days, you said? So does that mean we can heal
this
the full?
day and then the next day? Yeah, you can heal the full.
Okay.
We're full already.
As you,
Fuck no. I got
as
healed
you-
one time. I got hurt the other time.
Yeah.
Wait, Ian, just out of curiosity, by the way, I can remove this dunes. Did I feel? I didn't feel necessarily any different, right? Using it.
You felt like maybe your pulse was like slightly higher, or something. It was like you could almost feel like the ambulance was like
That's a
beating
good
at your
thing.
chest. Yeah, it's like a bit of an
Yeah.
elevated heart rate, I guess, is the most simple way
Nice.
to say it.
Yeah.
It would be
I mean,
fast
I don't.
rate.
So, the way that Doomed is described in the book is your life is ebbing away, bringing you ever closer to death.
Yeah, it's hard beating faster. Elevated blood
That
pressure.
could just be like general excitement, right? Like,
I would say when I'm excited, it's a little closer to death. That always excites me.
Huh?
Maybe, yeah, it might have felt a bit more, but it's just hard to tell. But like, it's beating right now. Like, it's a necklace is almost because you're wearing it close to your heart. It almost the way it kind of narratively in my mind is like you're giving it some of your life force at the same time, but because it's like almost part of you, it's hard for it how it really feels because like it's
As long as
beating.
I don't notice, it's
Your
fine.
heart is maybe beating like your heart may be beating slow, but it's beating faster. So it's like
Ah,
it's
nice.
combined. If you combine as one thing, it's fine. Yeah, and so it's kind of hard. Doom 2, yeah, a little. You feel a little excited. You probably feel but maybe Doom 3 or 4, then you start to get a little serious. So feeling a little comfortable.
I feel like I just got crit and healed back up. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, so I think if your maximum die rate is ever reduced to 0, so that would happen if you were dying Doom 4, right? No. Doom 1 is dying 3, Doom 2 is dying 2, Doom 3 is dying 1. Yeah. If you get Doom 4, you straight die. Yeah. Cool. But it does decrease only by 1 each. No, the damage will
Well,
special.
for the item, it says.
The annual special. It goes faster. Anyway. So you have the rest of the day, which goes fine, and then the whole rest of the following day also is okay. And then this one, you basically have come down out of the mountains, and now walking kind of similar in that picture I said, where you still were kind of in a big valley. Like a lot of mana ways, the geography is very weird, kind of like with cliffs, like randomly almost like kind of huge kind of gouges in the ground made out. It's a bit of a crazy place, and yeah, even then the following night is quiet. You are very on edge now as you're in the manor waiting. You extra careful about creatures encountering you. But no, and the following day you are hoping that either maybe when the morning sunrise actually, and if you have the spyglass and you're scouting, you can probably see like the raised gun of the Morvo gun, like many miles in distance, like it's a kind of speck on the horizon. If you know like now what you're looking for. But it is still very far away.
It's pointing our direction.
For
What
sure, yeah.
about the lake? Do we see the lake?
No, you do not see the lake based on it's like you can barely see the gun, and it's kind of a bit more height and elevation than the lake. It's kind of behind it.
Is it on the western edge of the lake?
Yeah, it's on the western edge.
I thought it was on the eastern edge. Not bad.
No, it's 3 foot. So it's like the first thing you kind of see as you leave the mountains. It's almost like defending the lake and the river from the west.
Sure.
And yes, you make your way into the manor waves, but during the day, I guess it would be Johnny who I'd want to roll survivor, but I haven't seen him for a little while.
Yeah,
Tom?
maybe he's outside again. Moving
Maybe.
the car.
I know we've almost finished, but I really got to grab a drink. I'm like so thirsty.
Yeah, I guess
Or
I'll
what?
find some.
Shackles, did you ever end up
Subway.
watching Andor?
Oh, I did. I loved it.
Yes. Told you.
um,
Been trying to get people to watch it, and I'm like, everyone's like, "Oh, Star Wars, I don't know, man." I'm like, I get it, I do, but it's not typical Star Wars.
I think it's good because the creator said he doesn't like Star Wars at all. So he
Yeah.
just did his own thing in the Star Wars universe, and it
Yep,
works.
he just
really
made a
well.
great show that just happened to be in the Star Wars
Yeah.
universe, rather
Exactly,
than
and-
start with a Star Wars themed show and go from there. It was the opposite.
And there wasn't a promise of like this being a huge new franchise series or whatever. So you got like sick actors. Dude, that moment on the bridge or whatever they are at when was Stellan Skarsgård is like, what have I sacrificed? I've sacrificed everything. You know that's
It's so
Kills.
good. There's a
Yeah.
few moments
so
throughout
much
that
there.
series that like
it felt
good
so
monologue
real.
just hit nail.
Even though it's Star Wars. Yeah, dude, Andy
Exactly.
Serkis, bellissimo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, whatever. I'm not gonna put. I'm not
Which
gonna
but that episode, the Andy Serkis one, like that final one when they get up and out,
Yeah.
was nominated for Emmy. Yeah,
Check it
for
out.
best episode, which is
I'm
pretty
just
cool.
gonna roll for Tom then if he does.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, so Johnny spends often some time, like kind of checking out the weather each day, especially when you're like on the river. And today
When
he
we hear
does
a
it
boom
as
of
well.
the something of Roviga just going off around us,
No, you don't.
Johnny just goes
But,
up in a cloud of dust.
Yeah, exactly. That did you not to be here? But no, but instead, Johnny wants you to. The weather is like you're trying to read the clouds today, and it looks like it's gonna be a little. It's hard for him to really get a judge what it's gonna be like today, but it looks a little unusual some of the cloud patterns. He says you should maybe. It's worth like during the day, like walking kind of nearer one of the mountains, like instead of like right in the center of the valley, so at least you have some sort of shelter. If
I mean, I guess if it is like, it's overly. It's not like loose sand, or not the Sahara Desert. It's more like the
No,
dry
it's,
earth
it's
cracked
dry
sand,
earth,
right?
cracked kind of dry earth. There's not really
Okay, yeah.
sand.
So this is like
Savannah.
floodplain galore. Like this is like southern Utah, where there's so little moisture, and even like the sand itself is like cracking and dry, and it holds no moisture. So like when rain does come through southern Utah, there's floods everywhere.
Exactly, yeah, just like that.
It's super
Flash
dangerous.
floods here, it's pretty bad. You're like in like a tunnel.
Yep.
But
well,
no, yeah,
yeah,
like
it's
Johnny is
so
kind of
bad.
like checking the clouds today. It's like they just but it's not like it's so it's just behaving really weirdly as he's like kind of watching the clouds on the horizon. And yeah, as the day
Manoways, isn't it?
yeah, exactly, man away shit. And as the day passes in, you're keeping an eye on it. You kind of see the clouds like not too far away, kind of moving like maybe roughly in this direction, kind of like they always kind of break across the mountain a lot of the time. Have some strange kind of colors tinge to it, and like they're almost like rippling and whirling the clouds, like kind of purple energy. You can almost see like kind of lightning in the clouds themselves, like with strange colors. And out
Used
there,
to
one
storms
most
at
familiar.
sea. Not like that.
Yeah, as someone most familiar with mana weights, you're saying like looking at this is quite possibly a mana storm, which is.
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you for that, Jacko. Which is it can be a very dangerous thing if you are basically exposed to it, which potentially as someone right now in the middle of a flat bit of space, it's very possibly you. Yeah, these kind of supernatural storms are very like kind of have like unbridled magic. Like it could be very like you're not sure what it could do to you to like be inside it. Like there are like mutants, for instance, in like this area of mana waste, and they're normally people who have been exposed to too many mana storms. It kind of does something strange to the body. It's like the kind of primal magic sort of just almost like radiation can like kind of fuck up your body's genes and your cells and everything. So if you like, as you kind of see his approach, you think like maybe it would be a good idea to head for some sort of cover if you can find any like caves or something in the mountains. Or you could try to put up like a tent, whatever, find out. But you think that I'm not sure how good a tent you have.
I'll block it.
Maybe try to find a cave. Or,
Well, not the
That's-
cave, because that's probably further in.
Yeah, not that
yeah.
big, but just like
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's like the big like a mountain on the side, and you're kind of walking quite near them because you were worried about if it started to rain, or whatever. At least you'd have like it blocking some of the storm. So
Pretty much
you
starts
I
raining
think you probably have like a
actual
couple of
mammoth.
hours maybe until like it's like above you. So you have like a little bit of time, to kind of
Please
like
win
quickly
that
try to like.
act.
Okay, all right. So you're kind of like, all right, maybe you should hustle a little bit. Okay, so you start really sort of people like, oh fuck, what's so like start hustling along the side of the mountainside. And luckily enough, after about like 45 minutes, so when it's the storm is still a little bit of time away, you find like a kind of crack in like actually like a decent sized opening in like one of these mountains like at the ground at the base of it, which seems to lead into like a kind of like little little warren of like a kind of like cave like kind of into the built into the side, not built into like you're not sure if it's natural going. It looks pretty wild, I guess, but I don't know how caves really form in nature. I don't really know. But it doesn't
Right.
look man-made. How do caves form in nature?
They
It really
got
depends.
water.
Multiple kinds. Yeah, usually water, wind,
It's okay.
time, earthquakes. You name it.
Water, wind, time. That's a sick band name.
Yeah, I mean, there's a
Some
lot of
lesser
caves
known
in
version of
Slovenia.
Earth Fire.
Because
Yeah.
the limestone gets basically when water
No, it's
basically
Manaway's caves are special as well, so you're not sure how
it's
it's
reacts
magic.
with water, right?
It's magic cave, magic.
Yeah.
But
Like
yeah,
the mana
you,
itself literally cast disintegrate into the mountain and just like
Oh, going
Exactly.
to the disintegration caves. That's nice.
exactly
Yeah.
this perfect cylindrical beam into the
But
side of the mountain.
would you like it seems like go back like a little bit, like like there's an entrance kind of like leads out to like this kind of source, but there's like other like kind of paths on go on. Would you go further like deeper into the cave? You're not sure if it would be like helpful to be like away from the entrance in case. I mean, you probably don't want to be too close to the entrance for the storm, but
Johnny, do you have
Yeah,
lights?
I mean-
Sorry?
Do you have a
What?
light spell?
A light spell?
It's pretty dark, I imagine.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
have
you
like
can-
yeah.
if you
Ah,
want
cool.
proper-
Easy.
Yeah, so then I think we can go a little deeper, right?
I remember, did I thought I grabbed a hood and lantern, but maybe I didn't.
I did, but like it's oil and stuff, it's wasteful.
What? It's wasteful.
Using oil with a lantern.
You're pretty wasteful. Okay, so you see, yeah, okay, so you've gone a little bit. I actually have a little bit of a map I can put you on of the
Oh,
cave.
we're invisible.
So what?
Just whatever we were on that previous map, the world map, the token went invisible for a second.
You did?
And-
That's really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's like kind of cave kind of in the side of the.
But this is the entrance of the like
That's the entrance,
bursts.
exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Of luck.
Yeah. This is like the outside, and you have like that kind of dry earth, and yeah, there's quite a big opening actually. Yeah, it's like it's a pretty sizable thing.
Maps.
What's it?
Oh, looking at powered by Zat. Battle
Oh yeah,
Maps.
the good old guy who made me this map. I privately commissioned it,
Yeah. Personal use, okay.
I will do downtime, or not downtime, exploration activity of
Yeah, surely.
Still the same day or I missed a little bit.
a couple days. So you're back to full, if you weren't already.
Yeah.
Most of the spell.
Johnny's been fucking blacked out for a while.
It's true.
Exactly. There's a storm coming, Johnny.
Yeah, I heard that.
Arm pro and-
Looking at spells.
There was also an earth portal, earthplane portal. I don't know if you call that.
We heard about that, yeah.
No,
Oh, okay.
didn't put here.
Basically, it's like an elemental god-ish.
Oh yeah,
thing.
okay, the gods, and there's a
Trouble.
portal. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm
Uh,
gonna
Try
check
to
it
do
out
this
on the way
up
back.
ahead for everyone if possible.
What's that? You what?
Doing the sneaky deaky.
Oh, sure,
Thing.
yeah.
Although apparently there's no light.
Who has light? Johnny, who
I have
you
low
cast
light.
on?
Yeah, I've cast light and can light.
Yeah, I mean it's pitch black when
Light
you're
thing.
Yep.
when you
Okay. Never mind then.
Like
I will not.
whatever, whoever's first.
first.
Whoever's going first, like on their
Right,
back.
there you
or
have
something,
it.
I'm
I
like,
can do that. Yeah, I'll do it on my offhand then, and I won't. I'll have the. I guess I can cast it on the sickle, right? Theoretically.
But
Yeah.
shouldn't. I was gonna say, like, if someone else has a light, then at least you can like highlight and dim light, maybe. Like,
True.
Yeah.
He's fine.
okay.
All right. There's shit down there. This is probably where we're gonna stay.
Mm.
Well, I mean, it's
Give me
indirect.
a perception check as you're looking around.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you see some signs of potentially a fight that had maybe happened here. You're not sure how long ago. Like it's very dry, the earth. Even like in here, the wind blows in at least like this far the entrance. But you see like some like blood kind of marked into like the dry earth where it's almost like sunk in. You don't see like any body or something like that, but there at least was a fight here. It seems in some ways like leading over to here.
Over to where?
Down this. Oh, you can't see when I do arrows. Oh.
Well, I don't know where you're clicking, so
Like kind of
I'm not
over there.
super zoomed out, so that's why I was wondering.
No, well, I
Okay.
think it's because you don't see when I draw all those players, the secret
Yeah,
order.
no,
But at least starts going this direction.
Yeah, I'm assuming, okay, yeah, because you were clicking over here.
Yeah, exactly. So like
Okay.
starts like around here. It looks like there's some blood, and then kind of like you see it kind of lead over this direction.
Further, okay. Well, do we want to try to go through the back routes and map out this area? Or go straight to the signs of blood?
While we're waiting, might as well push
Yeah.
everything.
Okay.
Yeah,
we'll go
just
this way first.
go inside first.
Yeah, over in that direction, it actually looks.
And
You see
stay
any signs of blood in there? You think?
because
We don't hear anything, right?
No, it's just like the wind now is starting to pick up behind you. It's kind of whipping.
I'm
through
doing
the,
sneaking, by the way. I know that I have light, but I am
Sure.
sneaking.
Yeah, you're trying to.
because
Oh,
I would
God,
be
there's-
surprised
It's
if
going
we
to be
meet
something in here.
more of those elementals that we saw before.
It looks like it. Love this place. Yeah.
You wanna be behind me, Nate, or in front of me? I don't mind either way.
I mean, you're sneaking. I'm not
Okay,
bothering.
what's
Well-
in here? Can I go through this?
Yeah, you can go through that. It's
I'll
not that
protect
bad.
Johnny.
Maybe it's like squeeze is like difficult terrain. It just looks like kind of an empty sort of like
Okay.
little bit.
I think I'll
Doesn't do
actually
anything.
search instead of sneak.
Okay, yeah, you'll. Yeah.
Oh, I keep having more avoid notices.
Same over there. Yeah, still seems to be
Okay.
quiet. Yeah, you're just very quiet, carefully walking through, making sure there's
Yep.
no strange things.
Big rooms over here.
Yeah, it opens out a little bit into a larger clearing. You still don't see any signs of a fight that seem to happen in other places.
Mostly.
Never expect to come from this
area.
direction.
We don't spot anything.
No. Nothing interesting. You see, like, some maybe like a bat or two in the corner kind of like fly away from the light and it's reaching, kind of like flying outside.
That looks like that's natural looking, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks pretty
It
natural.
looks a little weird on the map, but
Yeah, I think it's just the way I cut the corner. It will,
Yeah,
put
that's
the
all
lines
good.
away.
all right. Start squeezing my way through this shit.
Yeah, it's a bit hard. So yeah, you squeeze a little bit. Like you're not being squeezed, it's difficult terrain. It's not like so small that you have to like squeeze. Here you see around this area, it's going to peek around. This looks like there's like the continuing of the blood stains, maybe the ones like led all the way kind of from the south.
Yeah.
I let Miha go ahead then.
You mean Nate?
God damn it! Again, yes, Nate. I don't know how I keep doing that. But
It
I
is-
do.
Yeah, so you see, okay, this is where I guess a little bit interesting. So you see, like, the blood, yeah, like, you can kind of see it came all the way from here, probably from where you first saw it. And it looks like around this point, like, this entrance where it kind of opens out a little bit down here, Looks like somebody tried to create maybe some sort of barricade or something. Like there's almost like it's very kind of like not very good, but like at least did you see the kind of rocks that kind of like laying around on the map? Like they had been tried probably to like kind of been placed to make it like difficult to move through this space, and like you see a few sort of like it's like a dagger or two that almost been like stuck in it, almost like really like kind of haphazardly or like as a desperate attempt, like like create like kind of spikes or something that something would need to like get past, also like a very rudimentary sort of barricade. And it's like but it seems like they're kind of being like thrown around a little bit, so it's a bit of a mess.
How old does it look? I mean, is the wood like weird or? I
Not
mean,
that old, like maybe more than a few months to a year or two. It's hard to say. Like not weeks or days. But sorry, as you peered onto it, I should show a little bit more. As you kind of peered in, you also saw much more like signs of like blood and kind of like stuff like covering this kind of like main bit down here.
so
So good to clear over there. There isn't any signs of the fighting.
do we want to check the blood, guys?
I'm thinking we go there last.
All right then.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, there
wasn't
wasn't
sure,
doesn't
like-
seem to be anything there, I think.
No,
Yeah,
it doesn't seem
okay.
to be.
Yeah. All right. Well, we go back then.
There's also still this direction.
Yeah, I think those
That leads
might.
back down.
No, they don't circle. Oh, that's what. So we see the blood kind of coming up this trail. I mean, down
Exactly,
back
up
here.
this- exactly. So like yeah, if you it would
So
go
it definitely all signs are pointing to this little cavern
it's
down
like
here.
pointing to that.
Okay. Yeah, back up. God damn it,
Uh,
Nate. At least I caught it myself this time.
It kind of got you back to the wall as you kind of like they quickly kind of peek around. Nate, but
Yeah.
obviously you need the light from out there. It's just kind of pitch black.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm trying
we-
to stay there, but
Okay,
Yeah.
and you
Okay.
do see the bit that seems almost at the end of the chase or whatever happened here. This kind of very small kind of cavern up here. Indeed, it looks like whoever was here, maybe we did back it. If there was a final fight, it seemed to happen in that room. And you actually also see kind of like the pretty destroyed remains of probably a couple at least of creatures, like probably humanoids by the looks of like the body. But it's very much torn, almost as if like attacked by wild animals.
I guess they're
Are there...
finding something.
Can I try and look at the ground for like... Yeah, animal prints or any like wild...
Yeah, you can give me a
signs of
of
burrowing.
nature, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah, some burning, anything like that, yeah.
I think we are walking into a trap. But maybe those guys also were trying to hide from a storm and never came out of the cave again.
Yeah, if you look at it quick, so the tracks in here, even though the gun is hard, there is some that you can make out. They look like there's definitely like some like people who are wearing like shoes, just like probably the ones that there. But the things that stand out a little bit is some of them look almost like paw prints is the thing I could say that's the most similar to it. Kind of yeah, like animal paws almost. But
Okay,
almost,
yeah,
if you look at them, you're quite, so you did quite well. Like, it looks like whatever it was, so they did have seem to be on two legs.
Okay.
Mm,
Yeah,
so
I'll
potential
point out the two
werewolf.
different prints and be like, someone was hunted here. Prey and hunter. 2 legs.
That does not bode well.
So I think it wasn't the elemental, right?
The elementals.
Doubtful.
These
So can
walked.
we like pretty easily get through the makeshift barricade?
Yeah. It's it seems like they probably tried to do something block the way, but it was kind of just like quickly release.
Search the remains.
Yeah, it's hard to gather much because it is like quite destroyed. Like the clothing and stuff, but no, you can see like there's certainly, if you to guess, it's actually when you have a look closer, it looks like 3D bodies. You think 2 of them look probably like some sort of like maybe a bodyguard or something from how they look like they had like weapons and kind of armor, and one of them yet if you had to guess would probably more like of a merchant or something, like one of them like doesn't like one kind of furthest back like right in the corner doesn't have any weapons or armor or anything, like lying and like the bodies are kind of all torn up, but it does look like they've been attacked and potentially like been gnawed on a little bit.
A little bit or a lot?
Maybe a lot, it's still like recognizable as people, so maybe not.
Yeah, okay.
At this point, by the way, the storm outside, you begin to hear like the kind of like the sound of like thunder or like some sort of something similar, maybe sort of like crash in the background.
Well, is there any room that we think looks the most defensible?
Okay.
You gotta look around, yeah.
I mean, I think like honestly, this place
Stand, yeah.
maybe.
Also
You could also check down in this area and see if there's maybe something, but I don't like it. I just like to not be so far in that we're
We
potentially
don't
have
know
to
what's
fight
happening.
through
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah,
tunnels,
yeah.
etc. We somewhere we can still get out without making too big
Yeah,
of a
this is a
fuss.
little bit too deep, I think. Maybe look here.
Yeah, well, somewhere where we can see outside would not get. Because elementals will come at us no matter where we are. They are there.
Wait, Johnny. Do you know of anyone surfing in Mana Storm? Surf on shifting sand, maybe.
I don't think that's possible. You need water to surf, bro. There's no water here. So wrong.
Use sand. Different. But good
So-
work.
What do you think about this place?
Sounds like a crazy thing to try.
So there's surfing in the eye.
Sure, but it's at least water.
Yes, you kind of circle around and you
Or do we want a place? I mean,
The lightning's so scary.
if we stay here, and there's like multiple entrances, maybe,
Yeah,
Yeah, you
that's
were
what I
kinda
don't
like
like.
yeah.
I don't like the
There's
multiple
just-
entrances.
But what if we rest here, we're like technically within the radiation field, maybe? I don't know how it works.
Maybe we don't know. Yeah,
yeah, you don't know.
I don't want
the other one would be down here, right? This would be a good spot.
Does there storm? Is there rain as well? Sorry, or is it just like
Now it's started to rain, like kind of green rain.
green rain? Okay.
rain.
So, if we're worried about being too close to the entrance end, over here on the right might be a good spot.
Okay. Yeah, I'll brave the crossing
A
real
bit,
quick.
Rush through over here quickly.
is it not a bit too close down and small? Like
Yep.
we're still kind of trapped. Maybe some place where we can fight a bit better.
Well, I think if we just like rest in this main chamber, then we have like defensible little rooms as well if we want to retreat,
Yeah.
or we can like still
Yeah.
run either side.
My concern with any kind of those bigger ones that has more than one is that
Things
leaves
to
more
run.
openings to have to defend.
Yeah, we can defend two of them.
Actually, I did this and did nothing happens. That'd be a fun
Yeah.
play.
Yeah, no idea. Again, any
This is
place
just like
we
what
go
happens
and
when,
stay
you,
is.
when you're on a map, right?
mean,
You just turn
yeah,
to this.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can protect the entrance quite well, but not sure if everyone can contribute. I mean, I guess you can, right? With the gun and with the bow and stuff. Yeah, so.
Cozy, not
It would
enough
be nice to not be
room for 5.
so the enemies can't flank us.
This
once.
one there definitely is. It's any other one that we've
Yeah.
seen that's a single entrance
I
wouldn't.
mean,
be.
technically there is, but it's pretty crap.
For sure.
I mean, 5 feet across is way more than we need to just have.
Yeah.
That's a good amount of place to fight. Just
Reminds me of
chilling
Tengu
around.
House. Like,
Yeah.
race,
Oh.
race.
What about Mr. Cooper? But he managed
Oh,
to
Coop's
get out
like,
of the cave.
it's a little full with me, but I admit I would like to be at the back of a cave where the four of you
Yeah,
in
so
front
maybe
of me.
Johnny come or Crix
Yeah.
will come here so he can be in the
Sure,
back
I
corner.
can do that. Yep.
Or maybe under the rock there, on the bottom.
And then, what's it? Just move
Yeah.
this aside here. Yeah, sure. So I'm gonna sit on top of this rock and contemplate my life decisions. Can do.
Can we give him the ban icon? Was it? Was it
Ben, you want me to you want him to be Ben? I can let him be Ben. I mean, I have like an actual one for him, but sure, he can be Ben. It's
No,
fine.
no, no. Do the actual one.
No, it's Ben. I don't know if I actually have an actual one now. I said that. He's Ben. Where's Ben? I don't even see Ben. What the fuck, Ben? Where are you, man?
And retired.
It's
How'd
Ben.
you lose, Ben?
Ben.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
There you go. There's Ben. Alright, I'll find it. I'll make Cooper a token for next time. And make him some stats or whatever. Okay, yeah. So you're just gonna settle in, I guess, to try to wait out the storm a little bit. Yeah. In the beginning, it seems fine. You are all, I'm guessing, a little bit on edge, but at a certain point, you hear a sound. I guess we'll perception, see who notices it first.
There's perception.
Oh, this one, right.
Okay. Yeah. So Johnny out here, and Nate, you'll hear it quick, so you'll kind of, just kind of, I don't know, do your own shit. It's a sound almost of like snuffling, like maybe like almost like a dog or like some like large canine would make as it kind of, sniffs around the ground. It seems to be coming from the left, Nate, like in the direction of the entrance. Do you just kind of go back a little bit into the back and make sure you're hidden from view, or do you do anything else?
I mean, we need to protect the entrance.
Okay, so
That's why we should like.
which entrance? Sorry, I didn't get it.
Oh, this one.
Okay, so you stay, you pull back a little bit. Potion, sure.
Josh is muted, so.
Muted?
I'm gonna say I think Nick, that's probably the best spot.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Because that way they have to kind of go in through the slightly difficult terrain to get into this square,
Yeah.
which would be provoking.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if this square that you're hovering with is even past.
I think we have
mean,
to
I
go
guess-
through that one.
Yeah. I
One of
guess.
those two.
Yeah.
It's for sure
I
this
think
one.
we should actually then roll initiative as you pull back in and kind of like quietly waiting
Okay.
around the corner.
Oh,
This
can
will be
I
very
roll a
fast,
stealth
actually, so
then?
I think we can actually do this really quickly.
Okay.
Oh, we said we were gonna go for 5 hours this week, so
No, did we? What?
Oh,
we did.
Maybe we did.
Did we?
What?
He
I'm
says
just
a
if you
couple.
scroll up.
We were good. We were good. Oh, I
Oh,
see. I
yeah.
misspelled though and just wrote 5 ho instead. What the fuck? Next weekend we were good 5 for 5 ho. That's like mean. Just me just
We
getting
were
5
good.
instead of T.
See, I just read that as 5 hour, right? I was like,
Oh,
yep.
no, that's me trying to say we were good though, right? Like we were good though. Like we were doing it like the 5 should be a T.
It's
So
like 5 hours, right?
hours.
Cool.
No, you crazy. Wow.
Can I roll with stealth, by the way?
You can indeed roll with stuff.
Not that it seems to matter because my fucking bullshit. I can't roll to save my life.
I will save your life.
Oh, is there
Yeah, that's
combat? There is.
Yeah.
I'll buy it.
No, it's fine. Oh, okay, Johnny, so yeah, you're the first to react. I mean, you hear this snuffling. You think it's somewhere quite close, probably around this kind of region. Do you just kind of wait, or
Yeah, I'm gonna delay.
yeah, Nate, are you doing the same, or
Yeah.
okay? Then you see kind of snuffling around the corner, a kind of horrible looking Mute. It does. It looks a bit more gross even in this picture. It looks like some
Right.
sort of gnoll, maybe
Yeah.
literally, but like
Oh, yeah,
heavily
come
mutated. It doesn't show it in the art like this, but this one actually has like these weird sort of like pustules, kind of like oozing on the skin, almost like some horrible sort of infection that almost look pretty fucking gross. And apart from that, it was kind of snuffling on the ground. And when it sees you, it kind of like kind of sniffs up and then immediately. I guess it's not quite close enough. It moves forward a little bit closer. I guess it.
Yeah, gets.
Yeah. This poor guy didn't have enough movement. So yeah, just walks up, and then you're just like, no, back the fuck off. If you're.
Yeah, initiative.
Okay, yeah, you strike it hard. Alright, we'll figure it out.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Well, we're
Oh,
picking up in 2 weeks.
well,
Doesn't
Well,
matter.
update, of course, yeah.
Alright,
Thanks,
Well,
all.
thanks for the
Matt.
session, yeah, everyone.
By reaction until you return to the initiative.
Oh,
Wait, what? So he can
If
he
you
choose
did
to
it.
return now, or how does it work?
Oh, well. First, I still not happy yet. You turn to the initiative order as a free action triggered by the end of another other creature's turn.
Oh, well, so when you delay, but you can't use your actions. Oh shit. Okay.
oh yeah, then
I guess otherwise,
I
yeah. So
take it back then.
you take it back. Nice. It gets heal fate instead. Yeah, so it moves forward and then using final action tries to bite you with its jaws.
Mm.
Ooh, and bite you it does. For 12 piercing damage. That is its
Nothing
turn.
else?
No, nothing else. No, but that is its turn. Outer.
Okay. I will step forward
Mhm.
and attack this guy.
Hmm? Ooh,
Oh.
you critted.
Crit.
Hmm?
For
37. Nice.
37.
Nice.
Badly
Yeah,
injured.
Immediately very badly injured, blood kind of pouring off him.
and then he could automatically do the flat-footed for everyone, and then I will step back.
Automatically. Nice, and you just step out the way.
Yeah,
Crixel.
and what
You
about
see, as it gets, sorry, something happens. As you
Oh.
start to actually, some of these pustules on it kind of burst with like horrible sort of like yellow ooze. Both out
Is
there
it
and
any
they-
type of attack, or is it
piercing
specifically
or
slashing?
Piercing
Okay.
or slashing, I'm afraid. So both of you two, can you actually give me a reflex save?
Reflex.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Hmm.
Guessing I'm good.
I'd say that's a critical success. You take nothing. Oh, even without invasion, would be critical
Yeah,
success.
I would have done it.
You take, Nate, 3 acid damage as some of these horrible kind of blisters sort of pop over you.
Yep.
Sorry, Crixel, now you're on this.
I mean, there's a nice space for me, but I'll just wait. If I do the tricky shit.
You can see it lets out a very loud sort of howl as it gets shot, by the way, and almost like, raises its head and like really lets out like a loud one. And sort of you hear it like an echo throughout the cave.
Okay, I will. There's a shoot. I will just. And if only I could. Yeah, there's a juke. And then. Fuck the first stab. I will first. Oh, wait, I can stab /
Step away, shoot, whatever.
Stab away, shoot, yeah. I guess I'll do that. I'll risk the blisters, whatever. So,
Risk
okay,
the
here we
blister.
go. Bam, for my first strike. Not 4. Oh, still a hit. Wait, is it flat-footed to me?
Yeah, it's flat-footed because of
Oh, because
of the crit
crits.
marker.
Yeah,
Because I
it's
crit
huge. Okay, so that's
Huge.
13.
Hmm?
Is there a
Okay, yeah,
save?
it is a save from both of you again as more of these things pop. Yes.
I'll use a hero point.
It's a reflex save, Crixel.
Oh, sorry. Okay, then I'll just reroll.
And I need to roll too, right? Because I'm.
Yes, you do also do this.
Oh, I'll use a hero point.
Would have been a success.
Yeah, but on a crit success. No!
Okay, you both succeed. So you both take 1 acid damage. Yeah, and then you.
And then stab shoots.
Yeah, it seems pretty fucked up now, You step shoot.
As we enter now.
Can I?
No, he's a quick still got it.
So maybe finish
Oh.
off here. No, miss.
Ah, no, bullet flies past and like slams into
Oh.
all mine, like stone chips off. So it's all going to be enter.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I mean, he's the last one, so you can go first.
Yeah, but I'll step away
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and then.
Try to stab it from a distance so you don't get any nasty
Yeah.
on you.
Hey.
Oh yeah, and you just like stab it through where the heart on, a normal hyena would be. I'm sure you know where. Oh, and yeah, the body just completely like crumbles to the ground as it.
No,
Yeah,
it's moved away. So, yeah,
moves away.
Ground
Pushed back
ground-
out of the opening.
ground over there.
Nice. And we can now act out of initiative.
Nice.
And there is. Can everyone give me a perception check?
Mhm. Oh, not this one.
Okay. Johnny, especially. Yeah, Nate. Maybe you hear it a little bit, but Johnny hears it first. As you kind of like pause it. Oh, also out here, you always the very true. So you hear it at the same time as Johnny. You kind of pause a second to see if you hear any more of this snuffling. And there's like a few seconds where there's like nothing. You just hear kind of like the rain outside, kind of like hammering hard against the ground. Until then, you begin to hear like from the direction of the opening and almost like fully from the valley itself, like another howl, sort of like break the air and kind of like starts echoing around the valley, almost like kind of left up. And as like one begins, you hear like more and more kind of add to the call until like the whole
Oh,
of
no.
the valley is basically like echoing or like this kind of feverish sort of howling, gibbering, and let's.
So now
end
we
there
just
for next
do the
time.
endless sand and we fill this.
Yeah, I was gonna do it actually.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
That's
Sounds pretty good.
hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
itself.
Yes, we will act out of initiative. Well, not act out of initiative, so we will end the session
Yeah.
now.
End
We
the
will,
session.
act out of initiative. That's a weird way to say end the session, but I guess technically correct. Cool.
We'll now act out of session. Okay.
Yeah, true. You could use a sand. You could use a sand. You're gonna barricade yourself in sand forever, Monko. Cool. Then,
And when is the next time we can play?
yeah,
again?
we couldn't do next one, right?
No, I'm on holiday next one.
Next one. So next one is.
But you're on holiday next one. I think that Mihal was also on holiday after. No, I remember we took
Yeah, nothing on the
13th
6th. 13th was
I'm-
a.
13th. You mean okay? 13th. Okay.
13 should be good.
13th should be good. Okay, should be good for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Unless someone
think
else
so.
can do it.
No, okay. 1 week on, 1 week off. That's could be worse.
That's fine. Yeah.
That's not bad. Yeah, I thought it was worse. I thought there was more. We were missing in August. Nice.
Yeah, I think after that maybe. Yeah.
No. Wait, is it, you're going in the second half of August, Mihal?
Yeah, so 20th and 27th, I hopefully 3rd should be okay.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, it happens summertime, right?
Yeah,
Cool.
I
Well,
mean, I
almost made it to the gunworks. Almost finished this little.
Yes.
Worth it for that 500 gold. Plus 10%. That's where the real money comes in.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, thanks everyone. I will see you in a couple of weeks.
Good shit.
Bye.
Peace.
Thanks for sesh. Goodbye.
I-
Yeah,